Alex in the Field of Visions. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Maple Matches. We took a little break last week. It was Easter for everybody. Going back home with our families, having a good time. Hope you had a great time too. Tonight I'm joined with Swarm. How are you, man?
Pretty good. How are you?
Very good, thank you. Glad to have you here. So,
Thank you. Got to be here.
Talk to us a bit about you. What is your claim to fame to Hearthstone? I mean,
Games for a while. Play Magic: The Gathering, and Hearthstone's definitely fun for me.
yeah, it's a great game, I'd say.
For sure. Had a good performance at DreamHack this past one. Almost made top 16.
Yeah,
Which is fun.
almost, but there's someone, a little someone called Sidonia that got in the way. I
He
mean,
did.
He does that a lot to a lot of people.
That's true.
Yeah, so I mean, don't feel too bad losing to Sidonia. I mean, it's a good claim to fame, I'd say. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very great matchup. It's gonna be Earthroot Gaming versus the Grizzlies. It's gonna be Millionaire versus Peltier. This is gonna be, I'd say, our main event. It's kind of a big matchup. Two big players, very known in the league. But let's not get too hasty. We're going to start with Jackstrap against Hank Schrader. You know Hank Schrader. We saw him earlier in the Maple matches. He's playing for the esports, UDM Esports. Electronic clubs, so he's kind of a protege for Peltier. Peltier being the coach of the team, so both players look alike in their deck choices.
For sure.
Lots of very control-ish kind of decks, except the Murloc Paladin. But you always see some kind of Paladin in there. It's the greatest aggressive deck, I think.
For sure, yeah.
So I mean, just you never go wrong with a good aggressive deck. But for the first matchup is going to be Jackstrap against Hank Schrader. Let's talk a bit about the matchup and how it's going to set up. So, like I said, lots of control matchups tonight. So it's going to be great games, long games, which not most of the time, the longest the game goes, the best player comes on top of it.
For sure. More better decisions
So
than the
yeah,
other
so you see
player.
lots of good decisions or bad decisions, arguably.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. So Hank Schrader, he's playing in a good matchup. So the big spell mage, the spell hunter, and also the control warlock.
Yeah.
So a good thing to notice: no Barnes and no Yasharaj.
Yeah, so he's really
the
looking
hunter.
for all spells, to my sides with Rockdalar.
Yeah, so most of that you don't even see that much to my sides in those decks anymore.
Yeah.
People just going all in with the Barnes and Yasharaj shenanigan, I'd say.
Which I would like to have, but we'll see how his version does.
Yeah, I think it's cute. He's playing one secret, the Snipe secret, who deals 4 damage to a minion. In my subconscious, I'm always scared my opponent is playing Snipe, but they're never playing it. But this time,
Exactly.
Schrader is going right into your head and playing the Snipe secret. And for Jackstrap, we're going to see a Control Priest, a Murloc Paladin also, and a Secret Mage. So Jackstrap's playing pretty much the most aggro deck we're going to see, the aggro lineup we're going to see tonight. So yeah, there's the Control Priest, but it's a still pretty aggressive Control Priest I see with the Mind Blast. So burn spell for Priest. I mean,
Yeah.
let's go.
He has Alexstrasza
Alex
too.
Straza. Shadow Reaper Anduin that he can just over time burn the face. So it's a control priest, lots of removal, but he's gonna burn your face. It's kind of just trying to get some mage burn action here, but in another class.
It's still priest.
It's still
So
priest.
You gotta,
Yeah, it's still priest.
You gotta know.
So the Murloc Paladin, pretty standard deck. You've seen it on the ladder. You've lost to it on the ladder, so it's pretty much the most snowballish deck on the meta.
Yeah.
And he has the Secret Mage also. Good thing to note. Playing 2 ice blocks in his deck.
Yeah, very interesting.
So we discussed a bit about this. What's your thought
It's
on
not
it?
a very common tech card, especially in Secret Mage, but it might catch Hank Schrader off guard here.
Yeah, maybe because getting those extra turns just to burn, maybe it's interesting. But he did cut a pretty good card though.
Got a Sorcerer's Apprentice and an Arcane Intellect.
Yeah,
so
I mean those are pretty good staples for mage. Aggressive tempo mage, those have been staples since the beginning for those kind of decks. So yeah, pretty bold choices.
the card draw is also very important. Trying to get to your Aluneth.
Yeah, so maybe he's going all in on Alunet. He's keeping it in his mulligan every time he sees it. So do you keep Alunet each time you see it on the mulligan?
I think it depends the matchup. Like
Yeah.
if you're playing against Pally, I would
not.
chip it. But against a Warlock or
But maybe against a Pally you take the bet. It's a control Pally, but yeah, it's no.
against Priest, maybe. Well, it depends the version if you know. But we'll see what happens.
So the first game is beginning. So Hank Schrader versus Jackstrap. Have a good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So Jackstrap keeping the tracking, which is good for finding Barnes early on, but yeah,
He's
no
not playing Barnes.
So he's gonna find answers to what Angshred is going to try. Oh, Angshred, a pretty strong starting hand here. 1, 2, 3, 4 ADs. That's what you want to see.
Hearthstone makes it easy for you. Just lines it up.
Yeah, so easy. So yeah, that's a pretty dream starting hand for Angshredder here.
So he could take the candle shot, just knowing he's playing against Murlocs,
Yep.
or he could guess he's playing against Murlocs, and it's good to get the minions off the board early. But he already has an Eaglehorn bow for turn 3, so
Yeah.
yeah, I'd like to see him take a kill command there.
Kill command, just 3 damage for 3 mana. Just cleanly deals with mid-range minion, mostly the Murloc Warcaller we're gonna see pretty soon. Flare, that's an interesting tech. Flare, clearly targeting some secret mages. Sadly for him, there won't be any secret mage, but he's gonna face possibly a big spell mage. So getting
No, he's playing against the
Jackstrap is playing the
secret mage. So
Yeah.
if he wins with the hunter, then he won't play
Yeah.
against the secret mage. But
Flare, I mean, most of the time I think you don't play Flare to counter the residual secrets the Murloc Paladin's gonna find. I mean, that's not a tech you do.
so that's a very interesting decision whether or not you attack with
Yeah.
the 3/3. And I think the average 3-drop is about a 3/3
Yeah.
level. So
You can get really punished by some creature, but most of the time with a 3/3, you feel kind of fine going in a Wandering Monster. It's hard to say. It's not always the easiest
but
thing
I
to say.
think you want to trigger the secret just because of Eaglehorn Bow coming out the next turn. So I think it's fine trading your minion there for the secret just to reduce the power of
Yeah.
Eaglehorn Bow.
So here, I was gonna go for the Flare first, drawing some cards, because it's probably gonna go for the Explosive Runes. Explosive Trap is pretty much his best card in this matchup with the Unleash the Hound. So Jackstrap finding 2 of his best answers very quickly.
So yeah, I think the Cold Light Seer here is definitely a great choice.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
The only secret you really get wrecked would be
Snipe.
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 That might come up. But
That might be, but even though the Snipe won't take care of the Battle Cry. Oh, and Snipe is not very good. Yeah, against the Righteous Protector.
yeah, Righteous Protector. A lot of the Murlocs get value already, so like
Yeah.
the 2-1 for 1 we see on the board pumps a Murloc.
Yeah. All the Battle Cries, yeah. And,
Hydrologist gets a secret.
I think here you have to go for the Unleash the Hound. Unleash plus Freezing Trap. And you have the weapon, so yeah, you can take a lot of things here.
Yeah, so with his hand, before he drew the Deathstalker,
Yeah.
the Rockdollar was just going to refill his hand, so he wanted to trade as much as he can. But with the Deathstalker now, like, he can very easily just trade this board, have another basically explosive trap
Yep.
for the minions next turn. So he's in a really good spot here.
Yeah, and that's a good thing to say for Jackstrap, seeing that Angshredder had a crazy start. But we still have a pretty good card in his hand that's going to be able to refill the board very quickly. He's pretty sad, though, drawing the Knife Juggler just before doing Call to Arms. Always a sad thing.
Unless you have 6 mana.
Yeah,
in which
so you can
case
play.
it's way better.
So it's just in the awkward spot at 5 mana that he cannot play it. So yeah, it's a tough question. But yeah, you always go, since he doesn't have any other plays.
Would you play the Knife Juggler and War Leader this turn and then maybe Call to Arms next turn?
I thought about it, but it's pretty risky when you're... I don't think you play the Warcaller when your opponent has a weapon, just to contest it so quickly.
Yeah, I guess with the weapon, only having a Juggler the following turn.
So, welcome back. We have some technical difficulties back here at the studios. We're going to go right back in the game pretty soon. So the game was going pretty strongly in Jackstrap. Yeah, so we're right back. Sorry about the little problems. So yeah, Jackstrap,
We're just switching around the camera here.
so we can see who's discovering the most spells here. I think, yeah, the Hunter is discovering the most. Well, it doesn't matter.
So because you got 2 1/3s, I think you probably still have to play the Deathstalker anyways.
Yeah.
Just having it on board and being able to get a beast the following turn is going to increment a lot of value.
So it looks like we have a disconnect player. Is it true? We're gonna check up with the studios right back. It's gonna be long. So yeah, the way the game is developing, like you said, Death Knight from Hunter is gonna be pretty good, but yeah, not so good to contest the 1-3. So it's Jackstrap. Jackstrap having a little problem with internet. Yeah, I mean, is it
happens.
windy? Is it windy outside, or is it raining? Or?
Maybe a meteor.
Oh, we're in the bunker of Montreal Esports. Didn't hear any meteor striking outside.
Not yet.
So we're back in the game. So yeah,
So we
so
didn't
you have
see-
to invert. Yeah. So Jackstrap is playing the Hunter, and Hank Schroeder is playing the.
the Murloc Pally.
Yeah. So you have to invert those two. So yeah, Hank Schroeder.
So he didn't play the Deathstalker and
No.
instead decided to kill command, just get the board clear.
I think it's a very good decision.
Hank Shredder is the hunter. That's true.
Also, it was inverted the last. Oh. Okay.
Oh.
So that was the little problem, I'd say. So that was the problem. Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, we missed a week, guys. We're a bit rusty, so be kind with us, huh? Okay. We're giving you some greater content. So yeah.
Either way, there's a hunter that's most likely winning, which is interesting.
Hunter is such
In
a versatile.
2018?
Yes, I mean Benji, we know he loves his all good Hunter, and it's surprising. A lot of people, I think it's the deck in the meta actually that people disagree the most about its competitiveness. But we see a lot in competitive meta, and it's such a strong. It's a versatile deck, and you have those possibility having those crazy Barnes Yasharaj turn 4. But yeah, we know Hank Schroeder didn't decide that Barnes and Yasharaj wasn't good enough. He chose that Rugdar was strong enough for him.
It's always been considered like a meme deck, like,
Yeah.
oh, Spell Hunter. I think when they started including Barnes Yasharaj, the deck had a lot
He
of
became
power.
serious. Yeah.
But I mean, he's doing well with the all spell version, so
And this deck is so strong just because of the Spellstone. This is probably the best Spellstone, I'd say, clearly with top 2, I'd say, with the Warlock one. So you got a lot of good cards here.
a lot of secrets, it looks like. I see a freezing trap, I
Yeah,
think.
There's the hand buff secret, which is not the best thing when you don't have any creature in your hand.
There's a snipe. He got a multi-shot.
Yeah.
2 of the +2/+0
Yeah.
bestial command, I think it's called.
Yeah, I think so. It's gonna be good when you find his Spellstone, but the multi-shot's gonna be real good here. Oh, I think he's going for the...
Oh, this Deathstalker
yeah,
is going to
Deathstalker
be
is gonna be ravaging.
clean 3-for-1 right now.
Yeah, and you gain 5 armor, and you can set up also your first hero power, building a good beast. So the getaway Kodo is gonna bring back Knife Juggler.
Like this
Mostly.
is the pivotal turn of the game. If
Yeah.
the hunter can clear both knife jugglers, then he's
he
going to be
will.
ahead, and he will. Yeah.
Ragnar showing a lot of value here. Just the fact of weapons, gaining a lot of tempo. So Knife Juggler coming back in his hands.
So at this point, with all the cards in Hank Shredder's hand, like what can Jackstrap really draw? He's already played 2 Call to Arms. The Murloc Pally deck is
Oh,
really great.
And
at-
the Taunt Sacred Mold, yeah, that's always a bad sign.
Yeah, for sure. The Murloc deck definitely has explosive draws,
Yeah.
but trying to catch up from behind,
You can go
especially
stale
with,
really quickly.
exactly. Past turn 6, turn 7, now
Yeah.
it's turn 8. He doesn't really have much going on. Oh, and the snipe.
The Snipe getting some value here.
So honestly, it's not looking great for Jackstrap.
No. Yeah, because I mean, just all his minions just lose to the weapon to Rogdelar. The Sacred Mold doesn't develop anything. And look at Hank Shredder's hands; it's full of answers.
I think without the Deathstalker, this game would be a bit
Yeah.
closer,
Oh,
but
yeah.
just getting the big beast a turn right now is going to be a lot of...
I mean, without the Deathstalker, this game was probably over. Dropped Hank Shredder at 13 health with the board he had.
Exactly,
That's a lot
yeah.
of burst. So first, Zombeast.
I think they said that they're going to fix this card after the next expansion. They're going to include all the beasts from like the last 2 or something.
Oh.
So the Deathstalker doesn't actually get all the beasts, which is interesting.
Yeah. It's an interesting card. It's lots of variants. Sometimes you get some crappy beast, and sometimes you get this perfect silence charge beast that, yeah, it's pretty dirty. So, Wandering Monster and Venomous Trap.
Venomous Trap is not something...
Venomous Trap.
Oh, yeah.
So, and the Catrick. Damn. So Secret Hunter is looking pretty good. Oh, but Divine Favor is gonna
Off the top.
Yep,
That's
gonna be pretty good here. Gonna restock. That's pretty much the last try he gets at this game, though. So he's gonna make the most of this hand. And it's looking like a good hand, though.
yeah. It looks like you got like two
Yep.
Megasaurs are gonna.
Two Megazord and also Sunkeeper Tarim, which a lot of players consider of one of the best cards in the meta right now. Let's not forget Locker 2 weeks ago considered it the best card in the meta right now.
Which card?
The Sunkeeper Tarim,
Yes,
putting everything at
that's-
3/3. I mean, it's
that's
such a
great.
swing card. It's so strong.
So I think if he didn't draw exactly Divine Favor on
Yeah,
that turn, I think he
it's-
was in serious trouble. But honestly, here he's looking like he's going to get a bit of board presence. With the bow, should be able to clear, but Zan is looking good. We'll see how Hank Shredder can react.
There's a multi-shot, right? So he can clear this board still.
Yeah.
Yeah, multi-shot is such a good random drop from the Rock Delar. Not so much for both Bestial Rat, which sucks pretty hard. Well, I mean, you can use it right now. Keep your Panther in a good health, but
So I'm curious what he got off the first one. I see that there's the 2-mana 3/2 that adapts a minion, adapts
Yeah.
a beast. And I'm not sure if he's going to use it now. I don't know what else is on it. But he found a candle shot off of the Deathstalker.
so probably gonna develop the candle shot here, go multi-shot. I mean, it's a pretty obvious play. I think maybe he's taking. We can see clearly what are the beasts he created. But yeah, candle shot and multi-shot looks pretty strong here. Ooh, he's going for the adapt.
Yeah, so by doing the candle shot and multi-shot, you keep the 4/2 stealth.
Yeah.
But this works too.
Pushing some damage too. He has to finish the game somewhat. And the second Spellbreaker is not gonna do much here. Not a lot of things to silence on the side of a hunter. Well, a spell hunter, I mean,
Yeah.
some mid-range hunter maybe have some high main or some Houndmaster target to silence, but not this case. So Venom Strike is going to be really interesting here. Very good to contest Sunkeeper Tarim, any kind of board that Jackstrap is going to try to develop.
Yeah, so the Tarim would be a lot better, but he didn't draw any of his 1-mana
Yeah.
Murlocs. So while Tarim's good at kind of keeping their minions
Yeah,
at bay and
exactly.
growing yours, he doesn't really have many minions to grow here. So gaining board is going to be tough.
It's going to be real tough. And we saw a lot of one-drop Murloc gone with the first Call to Arms, if I'm not mistaken. So it's going to be real hard for Jackstrap to... I'm pretty sure he's going to use those Gentle Megazord just for the tempo here. Not even. He's going for the Spellbreaker, Sunkeeper Tarim just to deal a bit with the board, dealing with the poisonous here.
I think he's going to get a lot of value off of these Bestial Wraths now.
Yeah, that's going to be real interesting. When is the last time you saw this card played in a good fashion? I mean, I can't remember it.
I don't think it's ever been played in any deck, ever.
Some kind of arena mostly.
Sure,
but
Arena, yeah. Any like competitive Hearthstone event,
Yeah.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. If anyone saw this card used in a good fashion in any kind of tournament, please write it in the chat. I
Tweet
mean,
at us or
it's gonna be real interesting to see. So
double
that's-
Bestial Wrath. Look at this.
I mean, Jackstrap looks pretty. Yeah, that's not a play you see every day. And a big zombies here, so a stealth.
Vicious
8/8,
flags.
that just that's a big Flappy Bird here. That's a big Flappy Bird. That card's gonna finish the game most probably. So yeah, the Tiger plus the Flappy Bird looks pretty menacing, I'd say.
I would say so.
So Jackstrap here pretty much has to develop some Gentle Megazord or no, you cannot.
That doesn't
No,
work.
that doesn't work. But no, come on, man.
That was worth a shot, you know?
Yeah.
His
Just to
chances
show-
of winning are not
Just to show
very
how
high.
desperate you are. So, do we get good adapt here? Not too bad. Poisonous gonna take some trade here, maybe, but I don't think I'm sure they're gonna let that Poisonous stand. Divine Shield looks the best here.
Yeah, I'd probably take Divine Shield, and then you can clear the rest of the board.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to push 3 damage here, since you have to try to end the game next turn and try to draw.
But if he didn't clear, he was. probably dead though to that zombies, that big flabby bird.
Well, it has to get Wind Fury, or he's not gonna die. So I think
It's what 8 plus 6. It was only 3 short, 3 damage short, and he had the bow. Yeah, I think he was dead. It was 8 plus 6, so 14. Yeah, missing only 3 damage with the bow in his hands. Yeah, it was a good call. Because yeah, I'm agree with you. I think there being Jack Fab, I would have gone face.
I think you have to try to end the game next turn because your chances aren't getting better as the game goes on.
No, exactly.
The snipe, maybe he's gonna get
second snipe is gonna be dirty.
Oh, he's trading.
Oh, that's interesting. That's very interesting.
It's possible that you should just go face and just try to end the game. But
he knew the freezing trap just gonna protect his zombies, and the second spellbreaker is gonna hurt. But I mean, he's still ahead on the board.
Yeah.
But Hank Shredder hands it's getting pretty low though. But yeah, infinite zombies.
Oh, the snipe! 2 snipes this game. Catches him.
What's happening in this game? 2 Bestial Wrath?
Oh, this is like 2016.
Yeah.
2 snipes. I don't even know when Bestial Wrath came out.
So this was an interesting game. That's what Rock Dealer does, I think, showing some crazy cards doing crazy things in crazy situations.
Yep.
So yeah, Bestial Wrath. So 1-0 for Hank Shredder. The surprising Hunter without any Barnes or Yosharaj surprisingly takes the first win. So congrats. Only 2. He still has 2 games to go, 2 games to win. To claim this matchup for him.
I think it was definitely the Rock Dealer with Deathstalker Rexar. I think with either of those pieces, without one of them, it would have been a much tougher game.
Well, like you said, the game turned pretty much for Hank Shredder's favor. The turn Jack Slap developed 3 2-2s into his Death Knight. That was pretty devastating.
Exactly.
Losing 2 knife jugglers, yeah, I mean, it's pretty tough stuff. So for Hank Shredder, looking forward. What do you want to go? What deck do you want to keep for last?
Okay, so are you locked into playing the Murloc deck, or it's...
No, he's not. He can change.
Okay, so he plays Murloc, so I think it's safe to go with Control Warlock, but he chooses the big Spell Mage here.
Yeah. I think, Control Warlock is so good against pretty much anything, unless you try to really target him, so maybe keeping it for the end is his call to... it can deal with anything.
I'm curious why he led with the Hunter deck, just thinking about it. Just because it's possible that if they play a control deck, it's
a versatile deck, I say. That's why maybe.
But he runs back the Murloc Pally.
Yeah. Yeah, the deck has to pass, so just jamming his head, just turning... I was going to say turn creature sideways, but that's the wrong game.
Yeah.
You don't turn him sideways here, you just turn him into the face of your opponent. So Hank Shredder going for the coin here, very aggressive coin, hero power, just to contest, the Rockpool Hunter, but sadly Jackstrap didn't have it.
I think that you definitely want to mulligan to a very aggressive draw, and honestly, if you don't have a 1 with a 2, you don't want to keep the War Leader, but with the Grimescale Chum, I think it's fine to keep the War Leader there. It's a bit unfortunate he didn't have a 2-drop. So he might be a bit slow for this game.
Most likely the Murloc Warcaller is gonna stick here. Big Spell Mage doesn't have a lot of early ways to remove your opponent's board.
So we see Hank Shredder with 2 ice blocks in his hand.
Yeah, he drew one. Good thing for it with the Archaeologist, but yeah, drawing your secrets is not really bad. So do you go here for your Call to Arms or Gentle Megazord?
You could even do Vile Spine into Cold Lights here. I think that could also be because of the War Leader buffing the Vile Spine. Yeah, I think this is what the play is going to go with.
I think he just heard you.
Did he?
And that protects your board very good. Is that pretty good shape here for the beginning of this game?
I think we're a bit far away from the Hear Me, but
yeah,
unless he...
It's not every day that on turn 4, when you have Call to Arms, you decide not to play it because you have a stronger play. So that's looking good for Jackstrap.
So yeah, he turned his 1-drop into a 3/5 here, and it's going to be tough for him to clear. He gets the Medivh Valet with the ping here.
They still get a pretty good value next turn with the Gentle Megazord here. Oh, and the Murloc card color. Yeah, it's going all in on the Megazord pin here, I'm pretty sure.
And we really see like the versatility of this deck. Like
Yeah.
Call to Arms, while it's a great turn 4 play, he didn't even have to play here turn 4
Exactly.
or turn 5. And if his board gets cleared, it's a great follow-up to rebuild. So definitely
Oh, he's trading here. I think we'll have one
Relax.
face. Always. He's trying to protect his Tide Caller, but Tide Caller is gonna die to any kind of AoE here. So Dragon Fury, just gonna kill it anyway. So I think you just go face here. But yeah, he went for the trade.
I think it's okay. You wanna, I think having the 3 power guy with 2 life versus the 5/4. I think
Yeah.
keeping his 5/4 intact is fine.
So a pretty clumsy hand here for Ink Shredder. Both Arcane Artificer. Those are great cards endgame, so he has to go for the Bright Eye Scout. Ooh, he's getting Dragon Color Alana is gonna be pretty good, but it's a very slow card. Even at 5 mana, you still have to develop lots of big spells, so not the best target. The best target being absolutely Frostless Jaina, which is just insane.
So I don't want to see him play I forget what it's called.
Little one.
Arcane Artificer.
The Artificer.
I don't want to see him play an Artificer here just because.
He has 2 though.
Yeah, but I think the way he's going to win the game is next turn Blizzard, and then hopefully get another AoE, Blizzard or Flame Strike, and then follow it up with 2 Arcane plus something else. But see, playing it here, it might absorb 2 damage,
Yeah.
but his way to get back in the game
Is
going to be
discard. Yeah.
is going to be.
It's a good point. It's
hurt.
a tough call, really. It's a very tough call. Lots of player, I think, would chose different options here. He's just trying to contest the board the best he can, but yeah, the Rook Pull Hunter is just gonna roll, just gonna snowball even more here.
Yeah, the way you have to look at it is that do I think that Artificer will gain me more than 2 life
Yeah,
in this game?
that's a good way to see
Because
it.
the 2/6 is definitely good. The Vile Spine is going to definitely trade into it, just because Blizzard next turn gaining 6 would be very good. So I don't know if it will. We'll see, but it's definitely just a call on what you think.
So yeah, you just gain him like 2 HP here. Yeah, you don't have any choice here. You have to go for the Blizzard.
Yeah. It's actually not that effective on this board.
No, he really has to find the Flame Strike or the second Blizzard. Like, he has to.
Even the Dragon's Fury, that'd
Yep.
be good too.
Any AoE here is going to be good.
And unfortunately, the way the Murloc deck plays is that you kind of have to push all in, and if they have it, they have it. If they don't, you know, I would have maybe liked to
Ooh.
see him Spellbreaker the 5/4.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was
The
thinking.
Megasaur.
Just push it. 5 more damage would probably been a good choice.
Because the Call to Arms will be worth more later on.
Because
But-
the Call to Arms, he played right into any kind of AoE, but good for Jackswap. Shredder drew a single target removal. But maybe Raven Familiar will find the Dragon's Fury. Ooh, Meteor.
Meteor, but he's
1 mana
short.
So sad.
So can he live is the question.
He has spell.
He has an Ice Block
Yeah,
up,
he has
so
Ice Block on. So he gets 2 more turns because he has another Ice Block. So he really has to find Flame Strike with Arcane Artificer. Maybe gonna able to give it the game. Ooh, Dragon Color Anna has a 3/3 and 1/5/5 for the Blizzard he casted.
See here, like his block is going to get popped regardless of whether or not
Yeah.
he played the first Artificer. So next turn, being able to go double
Yeah,
Artificer Meteor,
a very good
that
point.
is going to like definitely claw him back before it, like allowing him to not have to play an Ice Block next turn, the second one, would be very good. But he gets bored here, so I think he's going to be in good shape.
Yeah. Next turn is gonna be. Oof. He really has to find a Flame Strike though. Flame Strike is just game over at this point.
Now, if you're Jackstrap, do you trade? Do you?
I think you have to
You probably
trade.
have to trade some amount.
Yeah, he's going right now for the. He's just missing some key knife juggle here. Nope, that's not a good one.
No, he might have another shot here at it if he trades.
Yeah, probably going to trade the 2/3 and the 4/2 and have another shot at. Oh, 2 other shots. Well, no, just one.
Yeah,
not
'cause
enough.
you'd have to trade his
yeah.
juggler. Yeah, you definitely go for it here.
Oof.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's still a thing. I didn't realize even if you're immune, the juggler
Yeah.
can still hit.
Oh, that's so sad. So it chose to keep the juggler here. So Frank Trader drawing the second Bridal Scout, just another kind of way to maybe draw the Flame Strike. But it's interesting. If the Bridal Scouts bring Flame Strike to 5 mana, does it give 5 armor with the Artificer still giving 7?
I think it's the mana you spent
you
playing
spent
it. So
playing
I would-
casting the spell, yeah.
So here, yeah, so turn 8, if he had the second one, it'd be good. But I think still going Artificer and Meteor and then basically clearing the board. It's a bit risky just because if he pops your, like, you're not playing block, so you could die.
Yeah, I think he's going for a block this turn. Block Doomsayer looks good. Just block Doomsayer and it doesn't look good because he's just gonna destroy the Doomsayer because he only has to do 1 damage to you. I think Bridal Scout and Ice Block looks like the best option here.
He gets,
Gets
another Doomsayer.
That's so bad. But it's getting him closer to that big AoE that he's looking for. So yeah, just gonna pop that last
Did he get, I think he got Taunt Maul?
Sacred Maul. Is it?
Is that Taunt?
I think it is. It's the good one, the good old taunt one, the best one.
Good old Taunt one? As in, never want to get Taunt?
It's such a it's such a bad card when you get taunt. So Jackstrap, you're trying to decide if he has to develop more. If he just
Yeah,
I
I
like
think
it. Just
yeah.
if you find some Divine Shield, is very good.
Divine Shield, even making two,
Yeah, the
two
2/1/1s, the 2 plants is very good too.
Oh, and he gets the
Yep.
plants here. I think that's going to be a big game.
Yep. So makes lots of sticky minions on the boards. Looks very hard. Frank Schroeder coming back from this. Actually, I don't think he can. Needed that Extraza or Flame Strike. He's only playing 1 Flame Strike, so that's why he's just having so much problem. And no Dragon's Fury also hurts very much.
I
And
think
still-
playing the 1/2, the Artificer early here might.
Oh, big play here, Frank Schroeder.
Yeah, I
Denying-
think the 1/2 really made a difference because this turn he can go double Artificer, Meteor, gain 12, go to
Yeah.
13, and then maybe not die. But I think it would have been close either
Yeah,
way.
maybe we could have get a lot more value from the first Arcane Artificer. But yeah, things in this lineup as Hank Shredder didn't want to, mostly wanted to. Like the only AoE he played was Blizzard that didn't take care of all the board. So yeah, that's pretty awkward for him. So 1-1, Jackstrap making it 1-1, making it equal.
Yeah, not getting Dragon's Fury that game was.
Yes, it sucks so much because just having it like 3 turns ago, any turn actually just probably will have been GG for Hank Schrader, just being able to sit on the Arcane Artificer and just getting a lot of armor. And also, yeah, 2 Doomsayer. Doomsayer is very good to kind of alt everything Open is trying to do.
Yeah, I think Hank Shredder's draw was a bit awkward, and
Yeah.
that should be, that should be a good matchup for the Mage there.
So
But the Pally wins.
We were
and
wondering early on, what do you keep Alunette in this matchup in your mulligan?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it's the
And
most
he did,
powerful
yeah.
card in your deck.
Yep.
And you will need it eventually. So hopefully,
So there's a lot of potential for burn here. Both the Primordial Glyph, the Alunette, that's going to be very explosive for Jackstrap here. Sad thing for him, though, is no early minions. Well, he has the Archaeologist, but he doesn't have any Mana Worm, sadly, for him. So, Hank Shredder, pretty slow game. Good thing for him, though. You see in the far right of his hand, the good old...
Acidic Slime Ooze.
oh, yeah.
Swamp Ooze, sorry.
It's going to
Acidic
be
Swamp Ooze.
devastating as a Lunette. Well, devastating. It's pretty much the best answer you can find. It's going to be very good for him. And good for him because that's one of the ways Jackstrap just steal this matchup.
So the way that Hank Shredder's hand looks, it appears that he's able to keep Jackstrap's board sort of clear.
Yep.
And the way that the Burn Mage really gets kills you quickly is the repeated damage by the minions.
Exactly.
So by not having any minions, it's going to be tough to burn him. And with a Possessed Lackey and a Siphon Soul, his hand honestly looks really good here.
Yeah. Sadly for Jackstrap, no, like you said, no early creature instead of the archaeologist. But look at his hand. Lots of three secrets and the two glyph. It's a pretty clunky hand here, but he's putting a lot of faith on the Alunette. But Alunette, even though on turn 6, I don't think you can play the Alunette, you're going pretty close to outdrawing here. Because both their Primordial Glyph, just putting more cards in your hand.
Yeah, so he's playing one potion, the polymorph, and he
Yeah.
cut. He's only playing one Sorcerer's Apprentice, so maybe it's honestly very tough to cut the minions in the Secret Mage deck because of how important they are in the early game.
I think he did this just to target a little bit more the Warlock. Just adding the Potion of Polymorph could, again, pretty much anything the Warlock's trying to do. So the Lackey or just the Void Lords. And cutting Sorcerer Apprentice makes a bit more sense when you're playing against a control deck that's just going to destroy your minions anyhow.
Oh, but it gets value here.
Yeah, a lot of value. Pretty much the target you want to get
so
early on.
Oh.
Oh, but the Order.
Order lull?
Yeah. He played, sadly, the first the bad secret in first. So yeah, the Polymorph's secret was played second, so the first triggered, sadly for him.
Did he have the potion when he played the explosive?
I
Runes?
don't think so. He drew,
He might have drawn it.
I think he drawn it with the archaeologist. Oh no, he drew the
ice block.
ice block with it. Yeah. So maybe it was a kind of. If he did, it's a mistake here, clearly. But yeah, first Primordial Glyph gonna find a good old Pyroblast for 8 mana. Do you remember the days Polymorph was it 8 mana at some point? I think it was.
Polymorph?
No, Pyroblast.
Oh, Pyroblast. Yes, it was 8 mana. And we
pretty
see it
insane.
here.
Good old days, pre-nerf. So Potion of Polymorph gonna deny the little beetle that could, but yeah. So the beetle won't come back in the Nazat, won't gain 3 armor.
So if you're Hank Shredder here, you're very happy because the
Yep.
Void Lord is probably going to stick. We see there's no polymorphs in Jackstrap's Secret Mage here, so he's kind of forced into playing the Aluneth, and then the Swampoos that he has is going to...
Yeah. This may induce some rage quit here. I mean, I would probably. See, well, after seeing, I would in this situation because you let a Void Lord drop on the board and you just get your Alunette destroyed. It's gut wrenching.
Yeah, so I'd be kind of surprised, if he didn't play it here.
So good. Ooh, ay, ay, ay. So Jackstrap not flinching, not looking any sadder. Good for him. Nerve of Steels.
Similar to the Murloc Pally deck, like the Burn Mage, especially if they have something like a Void Lord, it's very tough to come back from if you're not playing like a Polymorph, which is, again, not a very common
And
card
Hank
to play.
Shredder is playing 2 Dark Pact, so lots of way for him to heal himself, also with the 2 Spellstones.
And two Beetles. 2 Beetles with
Yep.
N'Zoth and 2 Mistresses. So he's definitely playing a lot of life game.
Yep.
Which
So looking
is
real
working
good
out
here
well
for Hank Shredder. Has a Siphon Soul option right now, so if you want to deal with a 5/5 really easily. Leaving the Kodo alive is not very impactful, because that Kodo won't get through the Void Lord by his own.
So the only thing Hank Shredder needs to be worried about is his life right now.
Yep,
He doesn't have any dark packs, and the only real way he's going to lose this game is by being burned out. So
Yeah.
I think the Siphon here on the 5/5 and basically clearing the board is going to keep his life at 20.
He's probably looking at those Hellfire. They look good right now. Could take care of the board pretty much.
But I think, he might go for that, but it's risky with... or is
Just
he?
going
He's going to
phase.
Twisting Nether?
That's a ballsy play. Rin? No, you don't play Rin. Rin is not too bad. Lots of taunt on the board, but taunt won't protect you from burn.
It's like, what if he plays a Spellbreaker here on the Void
Yeah.
Lord? Then you're actually in trouble. Okay, so he plays the Rin. I think the Siphon there and then trading would have probably left him in a safer spot, but he feels safe behind these taunts.
So good thing to note, no Spellbreaker for Jackstrap. So yeah, those...
He's playing 2 in the Murloc deck, but none in the Secret deck. I
Yeah.
think he preferred the Potion of Polymorph
Yeah.
over the Spellbreaker.
that's his deck.
Oh, so look at this. He Medivh's Valet and Fireball puts him at 8 with a Pyroblast in his hand with a ping.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be what's going to decide this game, because even if he siphons souls, it's going to go 11, but the Pyroblast and the ping is going to be 11.
So it's pretty much Dark Pact or bust here.
Yeah, it really looks like he needs
And
a
also
Dark
Jackstrap
Pact.
has the options of the second Primordial Glyph, which is pretty important to note.
He may also, I think if he gets either a Mistress or a Plated Beetle, is he going to realize to try to siphon his own guy? That's a tough play to make.
I think you do it at... Ooh, Nazat won't cut it.
No, he gets the Blood Reaver Gul'dan.
Is it Blood Reaver? Oh.
But it's turn 9.
So close.
So what do you do
Do
here?
you tap here? I think you Siphon Soul and he play you. So now he has... Yeah, don't tap, you have the minion, so go for a minion here.
I think that with Blood Reaver here, he's going to feel that he doesn't need to tap. And honestly, this Polymorph getting Pyroblast is like the only outcome which Hank Shredder loses this game, because... oh no, but Hank Shredder only has 9 mana next turn. Jackstrap, so he can't actually ping. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize this.
So both players frustrated by our 9 mana right now. If both were at 10, it's going to be pretty much a very closer game.
Oh, so now he can't actually ping, and the Pyroblast will put him to 1.
So maybe he's going to try to discover another card. Maybe discovering a Polymorph.
I think you just have to Pyroblast here, put him at 1.
Yeah.
Then again, you can try to like entice him to not play any life gain. So
that's a tricky situation here. Looking at his ice block. Yeah. So he's looking at his ice block. I mean, if thing goes wrong, I still have an ice block in my hand also. So he has time to just find some other burn spell if Hank Shredder finds any kind of healing. And he will find some healing at... he has the option of Blood Reaver Gul'dan here.
yeah,
And he don't have any choice here.
So this game, while he had a Void Lord in play for like 5 turns.
And he destroyed the Alunet. So, yeah. Crazy how 10 damage to the face deals a lot of damage.
We see the power of the Burn Mage deck. Just very resilient, very... like all the cards, just the burn...
So, Fireball for the win here. Yeah, it's pretty...
He still has 2 shots at it with an Arcane and a...
3 shots, actually.
3 shots, yeah. What do you lead with here? Probably the...
Arcane Intellect, I think. No.
Okay, you have to...
Yeah,
you have to try to get a Fireball or...
You have to go for a Glyph.
What's the one on the left?
Shatter.
Shatter.
Shatter won't do. Oh, so close.
Gets the Blizzard. Yeah, so
the counter spell for sure.
So he has 1 Pyroblast in his deck, and I think that's exactly what he's going to have to draw, because the healing next turn will put him at 9.
Oh, and the Dark Pact. Yeah.
That's a big game.
But he played the counter spell. Counter spell's gonna get the... I think he's gonna try the counter spell with Defile here.
Yep, smart play.
Yep. Yeah, Dark Pact is gonna be huge here.
Well, I mean, even if he drew a Mistress or a Plated Beetle, I think it's...
Hero power on it. And,
yeah. With 4 taunts in play, I don't think you have to be worried about... But maybe he wants to... Maybe he'll Hellfire to try to...
To break the secret, yeah. It's interesting. It's a close deck list, so Hank Shredder doesn't know if Jackstrap is playing any Spellbreaker. And Spellbreaker is GG here. No, it's not actually. Yeah, Hank Shredder back to... Wow, lots of health here.
Yeah, 14.
So 14 in a blink of an eye. So, yeah. Sadly, Jackstrap was so close.
Yeah, one mana, 1 damage off.
And he had 3 shots for it. That's so sad. Well, sad. Sad for him. Very good for Hank Shredder here.
Yeah, so the Blood Reaver Gul'dan was definitely the swing here.
Oh, yeah.
But the Pyroblast off of the Glyph, too, was
very close to carry him to the win.
Very interesting game. Both of the games to start off have been very swingy.
Yeah.
People, it looks like somebody can't lose, then they're 1 damage away from losing, and
that's always it. When you say someone's going to win, they never do, and yeah, Caster Curse. So Jackstrap losing this one to a very close duel here. 1 card close for both players each turn to just seal the deal. So yeah, it was a very swingy. Those are the interesting cards. it's gut wrenching though losing those kind of games because
For sure.
you're one card close and you have 3 shots at finding it, but you don't find it. Heartbreaking, really. I feel bad for Jackstrap. That happened to me so many times. I won't think
We're
about it.
seeing the aggro decks lose here. The
Yeah.
Spell Hunter beating the Murloc, the
Yeah.
Warlock beating the Secret Mage. So
It was a good battle here. It's always nice to see people using their decks to great results. Well, great results here. He almost lost it too, but would have been so worse if he didn't destroy the Lunette. When you think about it, probably would have found the fireball here.
oh yeah, for sure. Destroying the Alnith was also a big swing in that game.
Yeah.
The Murloc Pally did beat the Big Mage, so
Which is interesting, but yeah, for Angstreller defense, he really drew really badly the game he played with his big spell mage. So he has to win this game with this big spell mage to put this matchup behind him. So 2-1 for Angstreller right now.
I think this is going to be a good matchup for Jackstrap. Just having the bigger priest deck
Yeah.
against the big mage. I think it's good here for him. But again, we'll have to see. Ooh, not a great
Shadow
hand.
Reprint, both players don't have great hands.
It's a slower matchup, so being fast out of the gate here is not that important.
Yeah, exactly. Well, for Angstreller, they didn't draw any kind of early game minions. Want to see things like the Raven Familiar or the Arcanologist. And for Jackstrap, they didn't find any Northshire Cleric, which is, I think, one of the most played cards with 2-1 for the Warlock right now in the meta. So thing is, do you go for Shadow Vision here or just wait for a situation to be clearer what you need? I think you do.
Yeah, I think like you have the Dustbreaker for any smaller minions
Yeah.
and the Death for a bigger minion, so you kind of just play the game out. If
Yep.
you really need something.
Just can wait, just wait a bit. So finding the Arcanologist at turn 2 late, but still a pretty good card, I'd say. Such a good card, Arcanologist.
And he has the Bright-Eyed Scout. That could be a really big swing, depending on what he
Yeah.
gets.
That's always exciting. I always like Brighthouse. I think it's such a nice card. I used to play it a lot in a big druid kind of deck, but yeah, those days are past us.
I think I would have liked to seen the Dustbreaker here, just because
Yeah, 1
Hank
for 1.
Shredder doesn't have a lot of minions,
Yep.
and getting ahead on board and chipping away could be relevant.
Yeah, exactly.
With the burn.
It's a real good point.
But he does have Alexstrasza, so I don't think burning him will be too
As important, yeah.
only a Blizzard, I believe. So
He has a Dragon Fury also in his end.
ooh, the Medivh could be good value. I don't know his spells though.
I don't think Psychic Stream is a good match with Medivh.
Or
Dragon-
Dragonfire. Dragonfire is okay. So maybe you just take the Meteor and have another removal spell.
Yeah.
Or even the Skulking Geist.
Skulking Guys Skulking Guys
Won't
sucks
hit
for
anything.
you.
Yeah, it won't hit anything.
He will hit himself the most, losing Power Word Shield mostly. Well, actually only.
So he decides to take the Meteor, which it's fine.
It's the most conservative defensive card you could have took. I think I like it. He doesn't have great synergies with Medivh in his deck.
He sort of has all his bases covered. He's got the Meteor. He has Shadow Reaper for anything big. The Drake for smaller minions. So it looks good for Jackstrap here. And we see Hank Shredder's hand. Like, nothing he can really play that's going to advance his board.
He can develop his first size block here. Is probably what we're going to see with the hero power here. Yeah. So taking care of the first Draconid OP of the game.
So
So yeah, like you
guys,
said, Jackstrap here cover all bases here. I can deal with pretty much anything. So Hank Shredder, too much for him is and sucked too much. Had to go to bathroom, I guess. So
we got to
someone at the door.
we got to look at his nice art on the wall.
Yeah, great art.
Trying
man.
to we can analyze. I think there's a heart in there.
Yeah, that's
Maybe his love for Hearthstone.
love for good tap decks. So, the Skulking Guys here are pretty interesting. Running Skulking Guys, in the you have to respect under kind of combo priest. Scorpion guys is so good against them.
Yeah, getting the inner fires, Potion of Madness,
Yeah.
Power Word Shield, it's definitely a good option. And also Jade Druid while it's still
Yeah.
intact
Don't
before
see
Great
lost
Idol.
most of them, but yeah. Ooh, Mind Blast number 2.
So just in general, like Priest usually lines up well against Mage, and I think
Yeah.
we see this in this matchup. It's just Mage can clear out minions and then eventually get a big swing turn with Alana or Jaina. But without Jaina here early on, I think Hank Shredder is going to have a problem trying to keep up with the value that Jackstrap's going to get.
Yeah, Dragon Color Alana is gonna look real stupid against Shadow Reaper Anduin here.
Exactly. And what's funny, I think, is that he's going to try to Alex and then triple Mind Blast him. The
Yeah.
Mage is going to get burned.
That's ironic. But I hope we see this.
Yeah, he discovered one of the Mind Blasts off of Shadow Vision.
Yeah.
So if he gets another Shadow Visions or the second Mind Blast,
Yeah.
this could be a big turn 10.
Sonic Shredder pointing here at the mid-div just so he can clear his hand. Ooh, going right away for Shadow Reaper Anduin, not respecting Dragon Color. I don't know. Interesting,
Well,
but I think he's going for the fast game here.
With the Meteor and really, Hank Shredder hasn't really played any big spells. Like he has 2 Blizzards,
Yeah.
he has a Flame Strike, but
So he's trying for the burn here, trying to kill his opponent in a fast fashion.
I think I like that. With Alex coming next turn, we see
Both
double.
Artificer and Blizzard here, getting 12 health. And also dropping the Arcane Tyrant. Yeah, that's a value turn.
He gets a 7/6. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, so the armor here is very valuable because even if you Alex, he'll still be at 27 out of range of any Mind Blast shenanigans.
Yeah, Mind Blasts get a bit worse in a sudden. So going here for the Dragon Fire Potion here, which is pretty clean.
You keep your 1 minion alive.
Yeah.
Just it taxes his mana a bit. He's gonna have to ping it, most likely.
I think you go for the Badass Scout here because you really need to find your best card, which is
Jaina.
Frostless Jaina. By far the best card of the deck.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Like trying to gain value.
Ooh, he just lost value here.
He lost 3 mana worth of value.
I think he could have used it. I would have used it here. Or he's keeping it for future kind of removal or burst or I don't know. But
It's just gonna be tough to get damage. Like the priest is at 32 right now.
it's gonna be tough also to use a 5 mana 2/3 deals 3 minion. I mean that was probably his best situation here. So the second Shadow Vision is gonna be great.
Yeah, if that could get
Develop
another,
his 0 power just to refresh it, pushing some damage.
could get another Mind Blast. I never thought priest like it took 4 or 5 years for them to finally play Mind Blast.
But oh god,
Uh,
it's such a surprise, burning so much damage.
I remember at DreamHack Montreal, the Mirror Breaker and the Raza Priest
Yeah.
Singleton was actually Mind Blast.
Yeah.
Prophet Velen Mind Blast.
Yeah.
With
It's
the hero power.
It's interesting tech though. It's very good. When played right against a good deck, it's such a good card, such a good option.
It's just that like you wouldn't think about it, but just the priest wanting to run like 2 mana deal 5 damage. Like we don't see that in any other
Yeah,
class. Like it's way too overpowered. But
Exactly.
just the way that they printed priest cards over the past X amount of years, like it's kind of fitting their strategies. They're defensive, but they have burst potential.
So we see the Alex Raza play here. He didn't have much else to play. Maybe he would have. He couldn't gun for the Draconid OP because he has too many cards in hand.
Yeah, I think just playing it, we're not going to see Hank Shredder heal.
Yeah.
We'll see him gain armor,
Exactly.
but getting him to 15 now or later,
Well,
like
he's going to heal himself at some point with the Frostless Jaina, but we're not there yet.
yeah, I think
So losing the draw, the little draw here on the Raven Familiar.
the big spell mage not looking too big. Losing
Losing his Joust, that was the word I was looking for. Gold mechanic.
I don't think I've ever won a joust. I think it's
You never won a joust?
maybe I've won a few, but
Feels bad.
I
What was
remember-
the best joust card?
What was the legendary when it died you joust and if you won it got back to your
Oh,
hand?
the Skeleton Knight?
The skeleton, yeah.
that's
That one in arena, like if
Yeah,
you just won
oh,
3
yeah.
flips, it was so good. If you just lost it, it's terrible.
It was a 7-4, something like that. Yeah.
I don't think joust is a great mechanic.
No, it sucks so
Uh,
much.
I like that they're printing like one joust card, like
Yeah,
Raven's
yeah, yeah.
Familiar. Just kind of bring it back, show.
Raven Familiar is a clean card. It's very good in this deck.
It's like it's a card that even if you don't get the flip, it's still 2 mana 2/2. It's
Exactly.
fine. It's not like a really swingy card.
It's
where
a 2 mana 2/2 with upsides, so it's just good.
It's not like a 6/3 for 5 where you have to basically play it 2 or 3 times for it to get value. So I like this design versus some of the other joust
Yeah.
cards.
The old Just cards was, not the greatest.
So he doesn't find the second Mind Blast.
So that's sad for him.
I think just
But-
having a greater healing potion, just having the
Just to make
healing
sure.
potential.
I'm thinking what can Mass Dispel do for him? Not very much.
He takes another death when he can't play any of them.
I think he's thinking of Dragon
Alana?
Color Alana. Yeah, he has to find some way to respect it. And the other cards weren't doing that much in the matchup, so yeah, I may get why. It's not the craziest card, but I think Zdamart is gonna do much for him, do the most.
So we see like Hank Shredder just having a bunch of AoE stuck in his hand, can't get bored, and like now he's stuck with double Dragon's Fury, and he doesn't really want to clear his own minions.
Yeah, he doesn't.
So
This is one matchup where Dragon's Fury is not as good. It shines against the matchup where he didn't draw them.
yeah, it's kind of unfortunate for him.
Yeah.
But he's still up 2-1 here. He just has to win one
Yeah.
game with his big mage deck.
So, I think he was going to go for the Psychic Scream here. Looks pretty clean. Both creatures don't want to play again.
So I think Jackstrap has 16, but he's at 17. If he just goes ping, Mind Blast, ping, Mind Blast, ping. So 1 damage off lethal. I mean, he does have Ice Block up, and you want to try to pop it as soon as you can because once
Yeah.
Jaina comes, it's going to be tough to win the game.
And you really want to deny a good moment for your opponent to play Frosted Jaina because it's a clunky card at 9 mana, doesn't guarantee you survive when you don't have any Ice Block.
And
So-
with no elementals in play, like with no Arcane Tyrant, he's not going to gain life the first turn it comes down. And that could be a big swing, playing Jaina, gaining 5, and then also gaining 4 off of an Arcane Tyrant.
He's not playing any Baron Gedon either.
So he goes for Dragon. He goes for Operative, gets more burn. I think next turn, if he doesn't heal, we're going to see him pop the block.
I think Dragon Color Alana gonna force the Psychic Scream here. Yep, pretty sure. Well, you won't get any more good opportunities for this kind of Psychic Scream.
Yeah, you give Hank Shredder an opportunity of drawing Alana, but just having him draw like a 5-mana 5/5,
Yeah.
like you're very happy with that.
Even the 4/6 Skull Guys is such a bad draw at this point. So yeah, just gonna ping a bit. Gonna do what he can.
It's kind of funny, but all of these games really came down to the Death Knights. Like
Yeah.
the Warlock game, having Gul'dan on that
true.
turn.
That's very true.
The Hunter game, getting Rexar. Like this game, if he had Jaina, he'd probably be in a fine spot. But now we see Anduin winning. The Death Knights really make a big deal in these matchups.
Also, it denies Dragon Color Alana, so that's good taking for Jackstrap, denying one of the best win cons of Hank Shredder here. So he won't get that great card back, but there's still Frostless Jaina, but it's getting farther now. Ooh, and he draw back right away the greatest Skull King guys.
I think even in the Mage against Murlocs, where the Murloc won, if you would have had Jaina, again, it's a
it's
really
game
big
over.
swing.
Not exactly game over, but yeah, it's very hard to beat.
Death Knight's really some of the most powerful cards Blizzard has made in a while, and he's gonna get to pop the block here if he wants.
Yeah. He's been very conservative with his plays though, so he may not want to go for it, but I think you have to go for it.
At 23 with only 6 on board, I don't think he's
Yeah.
the threat of dying anytime soon, and This way, you put him at 1.
You still have a double Greater Healing Potion in his deck.
Yeah, you put him at 1. You force him to block the next turn, and really, like, how does Mage get out of this? He needs Jaina on this turn.
Exactly.
And even then, it's he drew a 5-mana 5/5. Like,
yep. So yeah, very big psychic stream here. Very good in this kind of matchup. Just denying good draws to your control opponent. Yeah, it's such a good card.
People always thought like, oh, Psychic Scream, you're giving them good minions, but depending on like the priests that are playing it, like priests they can deal damage nowadays. Like
that's very
5-mana 5/6,
That's
even though it's rotating. It's not like they're playing like really slow cards. You use Psychic Scream, and now he's dead next turn, and now you have a bunch of bad draws in your deck.
Yeah, this deck rarely win in a fatigue kind of way, because where Psychic Stream sucks is when you're trying to win with fatigue, which is where you won't get there.
Exactly.
But this is not a kind of deck. You don't try to win with fatigue when you play 2 Mind Blast.
I think since like Jade Idol became a card, the control decks realized they can't win.
Another 5/5 for 5. Yeah.
They can't win fatigue games, so we see the decks having more aggressive finishers, having the Mind Blast.
That's very true. So it's going to be interesting with the next meta going on. We're releasing a lot of good cards also. But it's going to be interesting how the meta shapes up. So now Jackstrap making this series 2-2.
2-2, game 5.
It's going to go to the end. So it's going to be the big spell mage that didn't win yet, lost 2 games, is going to be a reverse sweep.
Maybe.
Is
possible.
going to lose 3 games with his custom mage. That always sucks. With losing with 3 games with the same deck is such a bad feeling.
I think it's gonna be the battle of the mages here.
Yeah. So who's gonna be the best, the fast mage or the slow mage?
I think that the slow mage is favored, but it really depends on the draw. If you can get out of the gates with Lackey into Secret plus maybe in a Valet here, and like if he gets a hand like this 9-8-7 after Mulligan,
yeah, that's terrible.
It's
You need to find the Arcanologist very fast. You need to find Doomsayer very fast for Hank Shredder to just contest your Jackstrap board.
Dragon Fury too. It's going to be...
Dragon Fury is going to be very important. The Raven Familiar is going to be important. Though Raven Familiar loses a bit of its touch because Secret Mage, he's playing Pyroblast, he's playing Fireness Portal. So the two Cabal, the first one's going to find some value, but can the second one find some before it loses his potence?
So the problem with this is that like he's playing 2-1s, but he's not like they're not going to stick against a mage.
They just won't.
So the Potion of Polymorph, while if he didn't draw this Raven Familiar, it would have got the Doomsayer.
Yeah.
That Arcanologist was a really big draw.
That's a fantastic draw for Jackstrap. Finding the counter spell, which is going to be pretty relevant in his matchup. Denying at turn 6 Blizzard, and it's very good.
Because if he didn't get... Oh, but he plays a Doomsayer.
He was playing for the Explosive Runes.
But even then, like I think maybe you want to play the Raven Familiar first, and then have the Doomsayer for next turn. But like if he didn't draw the Arcanologist, he may not play another minion for 2-3 turns, and he's not getting any damage. So definitely a big draw there for Jackstrap.
Do you go for Explosive Rune or counter spell here?
Probably Explosive Runes, just because Counterspell, like there's no real spell. It's turn 3 that he could play that you'll really care about, and the minion here he needs to contest your board.
And every minion Hank Shredder is going to play at this point are pretty small, so yeah, the Explosive Rune is going to push some more damage.
Yeah, I like the ping here. You're not trying to trigger the explosive trap or explosive rune. Sorry.
Adrunet's going to be very good for Jackstrap. Exactly the kind of card you want to see. Having Alunet ready for turn 6 is so good in this deck. Well, yeah, of course, pretty much the best card in your deck. So he's thinking about developing Counterspell.
It's probably fine.
Just gaining some kind of security before he's playing his Alunet. Yeah,
Get your cards out of your hand before you play it.
Yeah.
So it's funny that Rogue got a minion that draws weapons from your deck.
Yeah.
But all the other decks, like it's very powerful. These weapons, like the Skull Menagerie, this one, even Rock Dollar, like these are very powerful weapons, but they're harder to draw. You don't have something that gets it for you.
Would have been insane if that card would have been neutral. I mean, just think about it.
Yeah.
It would have been completely insane.
So now we see that like Acidic Swampoo is a tech card, but if the weapons like defined the meta more, I think it would have been definitely a heavier weapon destruction. So if without this Aluneth, just look at how like kind of bad this Secret Mage's deck. Like
This
it,
deck
just, it runs out of cards.
Yeah, just put some, I don't know, just Cabal, anything, any cards instead of Aluneth. This deck looks terrible. But, and that's pretty insane.
Yeah, so no way for Hank Shredder to remove this Aluneth, so it's going to get him a lot of value.
Look at Hank Shredder looking very mad at this. Well,
I mean, he knows it's like the very important card in this matchup.
On turn 6. Ouch. Yeah, that looks very bad for him. I don't think he finds this very amazing. Is it leaving again?
Oh, he left again?
Oh, it's leaving again.
We have to analyze his
He's
artwork.
leaving again.
I think he's a big reader. We see some books on his shelf.
Yeah, how not to get too much salty.
How to not throw your keyboard.
And Jackstrap playing very quickly. Not he knows that this game is in his hands.
Yeah, look at this swing.
Oh, Hank Shredder not coming back. Ooh la la. So that's gonna stick for Hank Shredder. I mean, you're just leaving on stream like that, man? Yeah, that's no good. That's no Gucci.
Maybe losing 3 games with the big spell mage here, depending on what happens. Maybe he has a weak bladder, you know.
So that's a very weak bladder, leaving twice.
Oh, he's
coming back. Okay.
Respectable.
Maybe he just left his computer, coming back. Maybe things would have changed somehow.
He like prayed to the RNGesus, draw a Flame Strike or something. Or actually, like his best draw is probably the Artificer at this point. But like he
at
has
this point, his best draw is pretty much Escape Concede.
Okay, so the question is he dead next turn? The answer is no. And the answer is yes, because the answer is still no, because he doesn't have lethal.
Well, he can. Leroy out of Fire Portal is.
Oh, and he charged. You're right.
Leroy, come on, guys. Come on, let's go, Jackstrap.
Or
go for the Leroy.
Stampeding Kodo? No. What's the 5 mana? 2/6, 2/5 in Hunter.
Oh, yeah. The Thunder something Rhino.
Yeah, or Tundra Rhino. Yeah. So he doesn't go for it.
Come on, Jackstrap.
I think this is safer. You develop Counterspell.
It clearly is safer.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
With so much burn.
Ooh, Hank Shredder gonna find his Arcanologist, gonna find his Ice Block. Gonna game in a turn.
Again, it's just very tough to climb back from all the Aluneth card draw here.
It's gonna be hard to beat. I mean, yeah.
He has 21 damage in his hand. Like
Counterspell, you win this one.
Boom.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jackstrap won this one. Such a heartbreaking
Puts his
series.
hand in the air.
I mean, Hank Shredder played well, but yeah, his mage just draws so badly. So sad for him.
Yeah.
Feels bad for Hank Shredder. You win some, you lose some, and yeah, this one you're on the losing side. Well played for Jackstrap. Jackstrap just draw. We saw him. He knows his deck right. He know he has to play Aluneth on third 6, and he did. I mean, that's how you win this matchup.
I think, again, like we saw this set was the powerful cards, the big cards.
Exactly.
Aluneth turn 6, the Gul'dans, the Deathstalker Rexars.
The MVP cards here are very clear which cards won this matchup.
Yeah.
So congrats again to Jackstrap winning this game 3-2, very tight game here. So we're going to take a little break, guys. Come back around 10 minutes. We have a big matchup for you, so just remember, it's going to be a Millionaire from Earthroot Gaming against Peltire from the Grizzlies. Peltire is going to try to avenge Hank Shredder, but yeah.
Is he really a millionaire?
He's not a millionaire. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. He knows how this game works. He's the kind of guy that gonna draw good.
I think bringing the big spell mage was fine. I don't think it's a terrible choice.
It bit him in the ass in the end, but
I think it did bite him in the ass.
So, alright, guys, come back in about 10 minutes. We'll be right there for the biggest matchup of the evening. See you later.
It's good to see you again. Pull up a chair by the hearth.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you have a great break. We had drink some good beer from my good old Maple
Great.
Sun mug.
Great
Cheers, my
beer.
friend. So we got good chairs now. I think you can see it. We have real chairs now
Yeah.
to go with our real mugs full of real beer. So we have a really great matchup coming up. I talked a lot about it. So it's going to be Peltair against Millionaire. I'm very excited for this matchup.
I am too.
Two players I know kind of well. Two players. I was speaking with Peltair, which is gonna stream after our show, though, so don't miss Peltair streaming. But Peltair was talking about me. He has a little bit of a complex against a Millionaire.
Okay.
Sure, he beat a Millionaire when it counts, when it was the Grizzlies tryout, but not the Grizzlies tryout, sorry, but at the HSQC fourth season, I think, in the final. Peltair took it in the final, but I think overall, Peltair told me Millionaire has a winning sheets against him. So yeah, I think Peltair is trying to reverse here the Vapor. So maybe Peltair is going strong against a Millionaire. It's going to be a very good show because two are very great player, very established player. Everyone who's watching the show probably knows them. If you've been watching the show, you saw Peltair on the show. So then to my left for you. Right for me, and Millionaire has been on the show quite a few times. We saw him miss plays, we saw him make great plays too. But
I'll have to check that out.
I remember one of the biggest misplays from this season is from a Millionaire. He had the game where he just threw it for kind of no purpose, but yeah, against a Shaman nonetheless. Yeah, so yeah.
But we're not going to see that today.
Yeah,
You know, it's going to be.
There's no Shaman tonight, so it's gonna be a good old, pretty classic lineup. I'd say for a Millionaire, we're gonna see a good old timer Jade Druid, gonna see the Control Priest and the Control Warlock for a Millionaire. For Peltair, things are a bit more far-fetched here. We're gonna see the Quest Rogue.
Quest Rogue.
So Quest Rogue is most of the time we see people bring Quest Rogue to beat Control slow deck because it's there's so much value in and there's not a lot of deck that can beat a constant stream of 5/5 creatures.
Yeah, exactly.
There's not that, and not just 5/5 creatures. 1 mana 5/5 creatures with charge.
Yeah.
That's dirty. So so there's the Quest Rogue. There's the Combo Priest. So we saw Peltairans and teammate Monsanto are really fond of this Combo Priest deck. Probably
it's
the
really
best
good too.
competitive priest, I'd say.
Yeah.
Which is the deck that leaves the RNG out of the room. I mean, it's the deck that the player with the most skills is going to win most of the time. You're running up around parts, you're trying to find some parts of your combo, but you don't roll, and you don't need a big Barnes roll. You don't need some things like that.
Exactly.
You're just going to develop a board, just good trades, and most of the time, good mechanics going to win you the game. So good knowledge about the meta. And Peltair is going to finish it with the good old Murloc.
So I think for the Quest Rogue, he definitely wants more of a control matchup, just because being able to outrace a Quest Rogue is the way to beat them. And he's gonna get rewarded here with Jade Druid, Control Priest, and Control Warlock.
So
not banning Rogue here might be a misplay by a Millionaire.
But he went for the kind of default ban, which is the Warlock ban. We kind of not really fault him for this. And and the Rogue is so tricky. Which rogue is it going to be? Is it going to be Quest Rogue? Is it going to be Weapon Rogue? Is it going to be some kind of weird
Mill
elemental
rogue,
tempo rogue? Or
could be, there's a lot of options.
Yeah. So it's going to be the Quest Rogue. So it's going to be real interesting. And a Millionaire, would you call Jade Druid a control deck?
I think so. I think it's a mid-range, but also has...
It's a control shell, at least.
Exactly.
So jumping in the first game. So good luck to both players. So we see Peltair on the top, Millionaire on the bottom.
I like this Quest Road League, or lead with the Rogue, just because you have 3 good matchups.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you don't know what priest it is, but odds are we'll see a Millionaire lead with Warlock, just because it's
it's
the most solid.
Yeah.
And he's going to get rewarded here by having a good matchup.
So a Millionaire is a very versatile pair. I know he went very high legend last season with Big Priest actually. So I saw him like a top 100 Legion, and I asked him what he was grinding with, and he told me he was grinding with Big Priest. But he brought Big Priest earlier on the Maple matches, but today he didn't brought any Big Priest. Brought any Control Priest. Very looks like the deck we saw Jackstrap use. And a very interesting card in the Millionaire hands here is Cabal Trafficker.
Yeah, so he's running 2 Traffickers,
Yeah.
which is not something we see.
No, very much.
So you would think it's kind of a combo with the Skull, like we see as both turn 5 Skull, turn 6 Cabal,
Yeah.
but the Cabal isn't a demon, it gets demons,
Yeah.
so it's a bit slower, but if you get a big demon like Jiraxis, or there's definitely high rolls, and the low rolls aren't that bad, so
yeah, I have to say it's very greedy though.
yes, he's trying to win control
Yeah,
games, and this is
absolutely.
not the matchup that you want something like that.
Yeah, but I gotta raise my hat for him. This is a very he's trying to shake the meta maybe, but I think it's a very interesting deck for him.
Now, I don't know what type of player Pelletire is. I don't know if
He's a very defensive, strategic players.
like does he like control decks because he's
Oh,
playing
yeah.
a bunch of he says here for one of his deck greed is good
Yeah.
for his warlock deck, but it got banned.
He told me a lot of time that really good player that had a lot of people have respect for them tend to shoot themselves in the foot by bringing some kind of subpar decks instead of just bringing the best deck and playing it the best they can. So Pelletire really goes for the meta, right? He brings the best deck and he knows. Well, I think he's confident in his capabilities of playing those decks at the best he can. So he's a very strategic, very defensive player.
Okay, so we're gonna see how or what minion he's choosing to try to complete the quest. It looks like it's
Yep.
gonna be the Bluegill.
I think, yeah, it's going to be interesting how he's going to go. He doesn't have any great go-to minions here. The South Sea Deckhand is very nice with Sonia to complete the quest in a one turn. And he's getting there.
So while the Trafficker is very greedy, it's still a 6-mana 6/6,
Yeah.
right?
No, I
Or
don't
it's-
think it's a 6/6. Is it a 6/6?
I think it's a 6/6.
Oh,
I'm
oh
pretty
yeah.
sh-
Well, for the triple, a 6/6. Yeah, demon 6/6.
That's true, and it gets demons. So
Yeah.
I think how Emilier wants to play this is that he really just has to be aggressive.
Yep.
It's kind of unfortunate that these mistresses deal damage but also heal for 4.
Mm-hmm.
And getting this, I would have liked to see him keep the Tar Creeper at high health and maybe trade the Mistress, but this pushes the most face damage, which
Yep.
is what he needs.
Exactly.
And Vanish is really the only way for the Rogue to clear the board, but it doesn't gain him life. It's going to just bounce the
Just
Mistress
wins-
back to his
yeah,
hand.
Only wins sometime. But it's gonna be pretty good. We see Millionaire's end getting pretty big here. Also, the Cabal Traffickers is gonna generate more creature, but yeah, that's where the Skull comes in, just dumping your hand for you each turn.
So what you got to count is that the Caverns. So he's already played 1 Bluegill, and he has 2 Shadow Steps, and the second one, or he already bounced it back.
Yeah.
So he needs 1 more bounce effect.
Well, he has Vanish.
I don't think he's gonna have time to.
Yeah.
I
It's
guess
gonna
with the
be-
prep, yeah. So he can go.
With the prep, he can, but sometimes, yeah, it's gonna be. He's gonna, yeah. How he's gonna use this prep is gonna be very interesting.
I think he goes for it this turn. Really, he
I think it's a good prep turn also. Yeah.
yeah. So he actually gets everything done here. He can play the Bluegill for the 4th time.
Oh, skipping it 1 turn. I like it.
See, I don't know how much I like this because if he goes Bluegill, prep, Vanish, and the next turn he can play the Caverns with Bluegill plus South Sea, tack for 10. I think I would have liked to seen that more than this line.
Okay.
It's a bit slower.
Maybe he's trying to push a Millionaire to commit more to the board, so the Vanish gets more value.
Like, that's fine. I think he should just went for it, but we're gonna see how it plays out.
Because it's gonna be awkward for a Millionaire to play those. The Dark Creeper is gonna be a bit awkward to play back the Cabal Lackey also, but he has the Cabal Lackey and the Dark Pack, and it will have the Dark Pack and the Cabal Lackey in his hands. So yeah, and the Ferryman, yeah, Pelletire just drawing the Ferryman. Maybe change his plan here.
So do you prep Vanish now? Do you play the Bluegill first? Like, now it's kind of interesting because you could play Bluegill and then, yeah, the Ferryman changes here. So maybe I think he wants to save the prep for the Caverns, but
Yeah,
his burst potential isn't that high.
So the quest is completed on turn 6, which is pretty nice since the nerf on the quest. And he's gonna develop the quest right away. The sooner it hits, the better it is, and you're gonna help contest the board this moment.
Okay, so if he didn't draw like an effect to return the Bluegill back to his hand, I think he was
Yeah.
going to be in trouble this game. But the Ferryman definitely makes this better because he can now play the deckhand next turn, get 10 damage worth of hits, and then return all the charged minions back to his hand. So, and with the ferryman, it'll be good. But we see the trade here.
When the Vanish takes a lot more value here, it's something vanishing a Cabal Lackey, but yeah, when you vanish a Void Lord, it's pretty good.
And it doesn't look like he can kill the ferryman, which is going to be good for Pelletier. So do you just play the Lackey or the Cabal Trafficker? He draws the second one. Wow. Vanda getting punished
Yeah,
here.
he goes for the Skull. Pretty much the only play can go. He could have gone for a Doomsayer, but yeah.
Also, this is a good hedge because now if he gets
Ooh.
vanished, the Void Lord's the only demon.
Yep.
So it's going to come right back in play. So
Yep.
really heads up play here by Emilionaire getting the Skull down.
No, he knows that some Vanish gonna hit at some point. But this is gonna be a good opportunities for Piltar to hit some damage here with the Salt Sea Deckhand.
But he's going to be in a tough spot next turn because the
Yeah.
Void Lord's going to come right back down. So
Void Lords are less of a headache when you have 5/5s for 1 mana.
oh, this is a really smart play. You kill the Void Lord.
You bounce the Void,
And
the Void
then-
Walkers. Yeah.
Oh, this is a really heads up play.
So he keeps the Vanish.
Yeah,
one
he's
more
going to keep
turn.
for next turn.
Because yeah, the Vanish that represent like 3 more Salt Sea Deckhand, right? Because each of those cards just bounces it another time to his end. Oh,
Double Defile, I think, is going to clear everything.
He
yeah.
just needs 1 Defile, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So 1
that
Defile
li-
takes it all.
Oh, yeah, that lines up good. He already had one, so
Yeah.
that's fine. Again, it makes his next turn a bit awkward because he doesn't really have much.
So yeah, he draws first, maybe finding something a bit more interesting than a Doomsayer to follow up on the Defile. Well, I think we're gonna see a Doomsayer here, just
Yeah.
getting some time, but
I mean, he's at 30. Like, he
Yeah.
doesn't really have much to worry about. And we see here, like, the Vanish is still stuck in
Ooh, and
Pelletier's hand.
Sap won't do much here.
So we see a different kind of line
So
for Pelletier.
Piltar was really looking for cards that draw cards. Sadly for him, no Novice Engineer bouncing effect. Even Zola the Gorgon would have been good, like a turn earlier. There's the 2 Mimic Pods and the 2 Cardite Oracle would have
Yeah,
been good. So
there's
yeah,
a lot of draw.
so many draw cards that weren't found here. But still not impossible. I mean, just one draw card could find another draw card, find another draw cards. Yeah, each of those cards are
Could
5/5.
snowball.
Yeah. But the Cabal Trafficker, very surprising cards here. Incredible,
we see
incredible
he's,
card.
he's a bit confused.
When was the last time you played against that?
He gets a blood imp.
It's yeah. It's
Oh,
not
and he draws prep.
Oh.
Look at everything going wrong
Yeah.
for Pelletier right now.
So yeah, I'm gonna gain some time with the sap. But yeah,
I
not
think
developing
this is
anything.
the best skull we've ever seen in Hearthstone history.
It's not golden though.
Well, look at much value. Get to 0-1. This is great.
Can you spell value, ladies and gentlemen?
Some people like Void Lords, other people Blood Imps. You know,
Yeah, I mean-
everyone does their own thing.
To everyone their own things, like you said. Yeah,
Okay, what are the odds you get the second Blood Imp?
pretty bad.
I think what's the 3/6 that you have to discard cards?
Oh, there's the 3/8 Taunt for 4 that discards 2 cards, and the 3/6. I don't think it's a demon though. The 3/6 that if time you eat
Howlfiend,
Howlfiend. Is it
Yeah.
a demon?
I think it's a demon.
Huh. If he gets that, oh my god.
That would be a big game.
Oh, for the dark pack, just so he can
Clearing
empty
his
his
hand.
hand. Yep. Oh, drum of roll.
Jaraxxus, but
That's a pretty good 15 on the board right there.
yeah. So if he doesn't vanish, so the Jaraxxus is just going to come into play. But it's funny how he got literally the smallest demon and the biggest possible. Cabal Trafficker.
It's an interesting card.
I guess it never really saw time to shine.
No, never.
There was no real like mid-range warlock that would really want it.
I think it was played at some time in the combo Warlock when it was playing a Kazakus decklist. I think some people ran one, but yeah, this is not one card is not a great sheet. So, yeah, the surprising Lord Jaraxxus hits the boards for a millionaire.
0-1 next to 3-5, 3-15. Sorry.
So, each passing turn, the Vanish gets pretty good here. At some point, it's going to burn some cards for a millionaire.
So we saw a Mimic Pod there, and if he got another way of drawing cards, I think
Yeah.
he would have a very steady stream of cards. But he got double Glacial Shard,
Yeah,
which
he gains some time, but yeah, he really needs to draw cards here. Passing turn, and it's gonna be
Succubus.
Standard.
4-3. It's okay.
It's okay.
Oh, he gets another Mimic Pod. Oh,
Ooh,
Cold Light
Cold Light
Oracles.
Oracles.
This could be a really big swing.
Things get serious now. A millionaire use both Hellfire, which is pretty much the only burst he has. The other kind of damage is coming only from Blood River Gul'dan.
So do you prep Vanish first, or do you Cold Light? Because if you Cold Light first,
Yeah.
you can make him...
He vanish first, so the hand of a millionaire is full, so he won't draw any cards.
I mean, if you don't want the Draxus coming back down on the next turn, you could
Well,
Cold Light first and then
It's
bounce
50-50.
it.
It's 50-50. Peltara knows it's a 50-50 against the random demon. Yeah, so it's gonna get a Succubus, which is, yeah, we can say a worse card. But now, yeah, Peltara has a good option to take the game here.
I think N'Zoth getting another Void Lord is probably his best option.
Void Lord died. That's true.
He gets double Mistress, so but it's not that great because
No,
it's
yeah.
actually going to heal Pelletire
Yep.
here. But how is he going to get through the taunt is the question here.
There is always the vanish possibility.
Oh, second Vanish!
And burning the Blood River Gul'dan is terrible.
So
Ay,
we see the Mimic Pod getting double Cold Light, really carrying...
So do you go here for the trades on the Void Lord and vanish the Void Walker? Yeah, I think you go.
yeah,
for
you
it.
don't want
Yeah,
him to have the option of returning.
And
the
it's gonna
Void.
destroy the Mistress of Mixtures. Is it gonna?
Oh, I don't know how the
It's
order...
N'Zoth. I think it's only N'Zoth. No, his hand is full. Yeah, full hand. I think
Oh.
it's at 9 cards, but it's at 10 cards.
He's at
So yeah,
10.
that's pretty good. And getting ahead of the board. Wow. So a pretty millionaire.
Emilio's face, he's like second Vanish.
She's like, yeah, N'Zoth's good, but yeah, no, that N'Zoth was pretty bad for him. Nope, Jaraxxus.
So I think, yeah. So this was definitely we just saw the swing.
yeah, the
big
biggest
swing.
swing of the evening, yeah. So Peter was very low at 6 health, but yeah, just drawing some cards is so good in this deck because yeah, they're so low to the ground minions, but they're 5/5s.
Honestly, I like how these games are swingy. Like one
Yeah.
player just
They're
kind
very
of running
swingy.
away with the game and then not being able to catch up. But Hearthstone now, there's so many ways of catching up. There's
Oh,
so many
yeah.
powerful cards that we really see games swing like back and forth.
The meta is so big though right now. There's so many. There's such a big card pool that there's so many cards in the pool right now. There's so many options, and we see Millionaire just putting this to great use using some lesser known cards that don't see the sun as much as the others.
Like two turns ago, or Pelletire, all he had was a Vanish and a Prep.
Yep.
And now look this. Look how this game.
Yeah, it evolved pretty badly and pretty quickly.
So what do you do now? Do you play
Yes.
a Trafficker, fill your hand up, then get milled again? Because you know the old he still has a Cold Light.
And the Doomsayer trying to gain some time here.
Yeah, so really Trafficker, like in a different matchup, I think it would have done really well. But
Yeah.
giving him demons is actually a liability right
Exactly.
now. Even though it's giving him fodder for the skull, it's tough to empty his hand, and he's just having his minions die because they get bounced back or milled.
The R&B card, it's another card don't see too often. Great with Defile, but yeah.
Okay, so he can Cold Light again, which would fatigue for 2, plus the draw would be 3, so that's 6. With the weapon, that would make 12. But he can't bounce the Cold Light and replay it this turn. And he has a lot on board. He has the 9 on board.
So with 4 mana, does he have... Oh, the Glacial Shards.
Oh, that's a big draw
Yeah.
because being able to stop... I mean, the Doomsayer is still up, but... Yeah, so you just leave the Doomsayer in play. and the next turn you can go Cold Light, bounce your Cold Light, and you win. So
Well, no, the Doomsayer is gonna kill everything, but
I think he has another Cold Light. Oh no, he's playing the other Cold Light.
it's not a bad plan. And
Turn
he
4,
going
5.
face with the boar. Yeah, I think. It's
Oh,
lethal.
that's true. Oh, he found lethal.
So yeah,
I didn't see
playing
at
on the 5 fatigue here. So very clever from Peltair here, finding the perfect lethal. Well, almost perfect. Well, it's perfect when your opponent
Yeah.
kills himself with fatigue.
Yeah, I didn't see he had the Stone Tusk Boar for the 10 damage.
So that's why this deck is so explosive, because it's kind of a control deck, but it explodes with those charge minions.
Yeah.
When Hearthstone came out, pretty no one's some thought that at some point the Stone Tusk Boar was going to be at some point like a control deck win condition, but yeah, this is the kind of world we're living in right now.
And I think we've seen like there's been like some Boar combos with
Oh, yeah,
like
there was.
I forget how it worked, but Stone Tusk Boar, another card that's
So
came
pretty
out of
surprising.
nowhere.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
print the good cards that some cards just get printed and make some lesser known or just not played cards at all so good once all of a sudden. So yeah, great one for Peltair. Just we saw the Quest Rogue playing first, getting his first win. This is a great way to start this matchup. Emilianer, that's a pretty original control warlock you have there, but is it too original for your own sake?
I think that like the Quest Rogue was definitely a favorite
Yeah,
in that game, but the
absolutely.
way the game played out, like Emilionair's the Warlock was doing well.
Yeah,
Before that swing turn, I don't hate the choice, but now do you run it back? What do you do against Pally and a Priest?
I think control any kind of warlock is pretty good against aggressive paladin.
For sure.
There's so many removal, so that's good for them. I think you keep the Murloc. I think you go for right now for Murloc. I'd say for Peltair, you have to it with it. So it's the aggressive deck. It's the deck you want to play the most if it loses.
And I think you want to just
Oh.
because of the difference of draws, but we see
He's
so
gonna keep it for the end.
Emilionair switches to Priest, and Peltair also goes Priest. I guess he doesn't want to play the Murloc against. He wants to try to get the Murloc to be against the Jade Druid.
Which I don't think is a good idea, because Jade Druid is very good to. Well, it sucks against lots of creature, but once you get to the point you can play Spreading Plague, Malfurion the Pestilent, and things like that, it gets tricky.
I think it's his best matchup though against either Control Warlock or Control Priest.
Seeing the rest of the lineup, yeah, that's a good point.
Trying to steal a game from Control Warlock is
And we
tough.
see Emilianer playing an Hungry Crab, ready for the Murloc matchup.
I think with the amount of cards the Druid sees, having even as a 1 mana, if you have to play it early on, just as a 1/2, it's fine.
Sure.
But the upside's definitely
And with the
very big.
Naturalize, that's interesting. Naturalize going, maybe beating some big, Naturalize good against some kind of
Okay,
Sunkeeper
so
Terran.
these priest decks, Peltair, very
Peltair is-
standard combo.
Yep.
Combo priest, 2 bookworms, could be something to note. But for the control priest, we see I think very similar to
What the Angstrader was, Jackstrap was playing.
yeah.
Yeah. So, do you go for the power shield? Yeah. So he's not. Emilianer is not playing the combo priest, so you can use your power
this-
shield a bit more sparingly.
Second Northshire cleric.
That's very good.
It's
And no dust. Yeah, there's a Dustbreaker for Peltair, but yeah, won't deal with both.
it's like you can't really play the historian now.
Nope.
I think you could probably potion coin heal, but then you can't play Dustbreaker next turn. I think you just have to heal and pass. I don't
Yeah.
think like giving him 2 cards is
There's-
off of
yeah,
both
exactly.
is yeah.
Yeah, and he's mad about it. Because he has a great hand, though. He can develop some early advantage, but Emilianer just has both Northshire Cleric that just deny your opponents from playing low minions. In this kind of value-oriented matchup, yeah, it's very important.
I think you just take Shadow Visions and
Yeah.
reroll
Reroll, because
eventually.
Mind Blast won't do much at this point, and ooh. Okay. Yeah, Emilianer doesn't know what Peltair is playing.
That's true. He
So-
hasn't played anything.
Yeah.
It could be a priest or control priest
Yeah.
mirror match, but
So do you go for the Dustbreaker here?
I think it's the cleanest way to get 1 Northshire off the board and
Yep.
damage the second one. The Dustbreaker, on the other hand, we see like Dustbreaker is kind of dueling back and forth here. So he drew his first combo piece in the Divine Spirit. He has the potion, which he very smartly saved. He's going to need a lot more pieces, but his hand is shaping up against this North. You might even want to keep this
Yeah.
Northshire Cleric in play. It's
Yeah, it's probably looking at it. This may be my win condition. My opponent, Northshire Clerics, but he's far from it right at this point. So, do you want to play into it, like play minions just to push a Millionaire to keep healing it?
like from a Millionaire's perspective. Okay, before he played this Twilight Drake, he could be anything really.
Yeah.
He only played a turn 4 Dustbreaker. So with the Twilight Drake, again, this could still be the
With Twilight Drake, it can be spiteful. Priest,
exactly, yeah.
But yeah,
So if you're a Millionaire, can you really like?
yeah, Master Spell is very good here.
Yeah, so I think you just safely trade.
Yeah. Oh,
I guess you don't.
interesting. Why would he not?
So he's kind of. I think that was good for Palatire, just because now
Yeah.
there's more potential.
So I'd probably Draconid Operative here. Honestly, Peltar not too far from getting pretty crazy. If he had some more piece of the combo, I mean, this was probably game over.
Okay,
Actually,
yeah, I was gonna say before he played this operative, do you think that a Millionaire is now the combo because he kept his Northshire in play, but
yeah.
now that he sees Alex Straza and Mind
Yeah.
Blast, even Death, yeah, it's very clear that he's not trying to combo him. This Alex Straza could be interesting, but also the Mind Blast for the burst.
yeah.
These are pretty good options.
Yeah, I think Mana Blast is a good option. Sometimes you're something like 6 damage short or 4 mana short, 4 damage shorts. Gonna be helpful.
And with Radiant Elemental, just
Oh,
1
yeah.
mana deal 5 damage, I think is gonna
Pretty good.
Yeah. So this Northshire is still staying in play, and it's helping Palatire.
Ooh.
He gets the Inner Fire. He needs more damage here, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah, he does.
I
He
think
needs another Divine Favor.
he can deal him 17.
Another Divine Spirit would be insane here.
He can Potion, Cabal. He can't flip it and play the... Okay, so... Yeah, so he could just basically steal it, double it. He could deal 15. But the Mind Blast is 20.
Yeah, he has to.
He's 1 mana short from winning.
Yeah, he has to wait one more turn. So, how do you approach this? Do you keep the Northshire Cleric alive?
I think so. I think you just hit the face.
Dragon Operative, I think. Yeah.
Ysera. Interesting.
So yeah, this. I don't think you take Izera. You discover a dragon here, so I don't think Izera is interesting. He's not discovering from his opponent deck. Is discovering dragon.
True. I thought it was operative. Yeah, I think just hitting face is good.
Yeah. Putting your opponent at 15 when you're playing combo, the more time passes, the less big of a combo Peltar needs here.
Ooh, so I was thinking about... Yeah, so he's not going to heal here. I was thinking about Greater Healing Potion. You can Death the Dragon. I guess this way it clears the board fully. I guess you're still at 17. So
So and you won't heal because if he heals, he overdraw. And well, he have to heal
Heals
heal
face.
himself. Yeah. He has
yeah.
to. So, Millionaire. Pretty awkward for him. But each turn now is very important for him to deny any minions for Peltar. But we see here Peltar drawing the Bookworm. Pretty good here. But yeah, Bookworm's gonna die to Shadow Word Pain. But yeah, he doesn't know that. But
Yeah, I think he just wants to keep developing his board. Kill a Millionaire's minions. His hand's pretty full. Oh, he plays another operative. I don't know how he's going to empty his hand, though.
so now he knows that Millionaire is playing a Control Priest with the Shadow Word Death.
Yeah, because now he has 10 cards. What does he play? Do you just Mind Blast them?
I think yeah.
You have to.
I think you do. It sucks against the Greater Healing Potion, but yeah. Ooh. Making his opponent overdraw. I like it. Not the greatest. though.
Dragon Fire Potion against a Dragon deck.
So he kills off his own Northside Cleric. Very wise move for a Millionaire, knowing that this Northside Cleric can be his own hand.
Oh, so he only has 9 cards. Sorry, our screen is. It's tough to.
When it's tiny like that, he looks a bit fuller. Yeah.
It's tough to see if he has 9 or 10 cards. So he didn't have to play anything.
Bookworm pretty clean here. Gonna heal himself. He doesn't want to commit any piece of the combo here.
He's still like 1 combo piece off. He needs another Divine Spirit, even a second one maybe.
He needs a minion to stick on the board mostly.
And everything is
Ooh,
dying.
and the Skulking guy is gonna take care of a lot
what a
of
big
things.
top deck.
But good for him. Piltair is playing the Crazed Alchemist, but he's only playing 1 Crazed Alchemist, and he has to find it. But he's losing the potion, which is gonna be pretty good in this matchup.
He lost the potion. He lost.
But now he
the
has
Inner Fire.
he can go for Infinite Dragon Operative, which is pretty good, I'd say. Ooh, Greater Eating Potion.
Yeah, so I don't-
not the card I was expecting.
I don't know how Peltair's. What's his game plan moving forward? Just because the Skulking Geist really eliminates the power of this.
Yeah, well, it's like
combo pierce stack.
it's less explosive, but you still have the Crazed Alchemist to take you there.
It's because at this point now, like Peltair has to play like just a straight game. Like he's got to play minions, just try to kill him. But he's at 22.
You still have the burst. You still have 1 Crazed Alchemist.
It's harder to get that down though. Like
Yeah.
he's gonna have to find the second spirit plus this. He's just running out of time, and like this Shadow Reaper is just again
Yeah.
killing his minions. He has a Skulking Geist in play.
It's gonna be very hard for Peltair to keep a minion on the board. That's very true.
And without the potion, like, does he have to just go for Infinite Mind Blast? Like,
Infinite Mind
I
Blast
don't
sounds
know
pretty
how else he's
awesome.
gonna win.
Yeah, that looks bad. Once one of us suddenly a Millionaire with that great Skulking guys just deny pretty much everything Peltair was trying to do here. So yeah, that's a tough call. It's either Greater Healing Potion of Mind Blast.
I think you have to go for Mind Blast. How are you really gonna win this game without having Sunburst? He still has the first one, so that would mean.
Yeah.
What else would you consider? Psychic Scream, maybe? But why would you want
Maybe with Fatigue, because Millionaire drew more than Peltair. Psychic Stream is run for a Millionaire, so Peltair in the vacuum can win with Fatigue, and I saw him win with Fatigue with a lot of Priest deck.
So he has double Divine Spirit, double Mind Blast. But again, just sticking a minion is going to be tough. He's going to need to draw his 1 of Crazed Alchemist to have any burst potential. And we just see in his hand just a bunch of ways of killing minions. And with the Shadow Reaper, he's dealing him damage.
Is this going to be a Fatigue game?
I don't think so. I think with double Greater Healing Potion and Alex, Emilion's not dying anytime soon. And with his double Mind Blast of his own,
Oh, yeah.
he's not actually that far off from killing him. Like 2 pings, 2 Mind Blasts. He's 18.
He's getting there.
Look at these burst potential from Priest. Who would have thought?
But will he respect the creatures on Peltair? So I think he will. Yeah, he will.
Yeah, just very safe. You
Yeah.
can.
Oh, healing the Skulking guys. That's interesting. At this point, oh, switching potion. That's the good potion. That's the good potion. Yeah.
Were they different?
Is this? It's some kind of mind game here.
Yeah. I think leaving the minion in play as a 4/1 versus having 12 more life.
Yeah.
I think because you could always heal it next turn, but I mean at 22, like he's not worried about dying. But I think having that life cushion rather than having because against with Priest, like how is he killing a 4/1 versus a 4/6 besides a Dustbreaker?
Yeah. For attack is always.
Oh,
troublesome.
his fist is in the air. He did like a.
So yeah,
That was interesting.
this is gonna be a very tough game for Peltair. I'm putting myself in his shoes, and there's not a lot of nice options. There's no like great play you feel nice. This was a great turn. There won't be any turn for Peltair unless he draw the Crazed Alchemist. But even though, like this Rent Elemental, what does he do?
I guess he was happy. What 1 card does he not want Peltair to have here? some combo, but
The best thing
I
for
don't see
Peltire, I
how.
think, is a lot of Draconid operative. But yeah, those are pretty. They're running dry. Oh, and there's the Spider's turn, just gonna generate more value. Oh, and just go for the Alex Traza when you see your opponent using the potion he stole from you. Just go for Alex Traza. Oh, the Twilight Acolyte. It's gonna be interesting here. Then I some damage, but is it gonna be enough? I don't think so.
because now, let's say he had the potion and the inner fire. Now he could acolyte the 4/4, then steal it, double pump it, and then.
So here's a
possibly
minion
kill.
that may stick on the board, but won't play. Yeah, 4/8. Even though it's hard for Priest to deal with 4 attack minions, Psychic Scream doesn't care about it.
Yeah, so this game, the Skulking Geist was definitely the turning point. And
Oh yeah, here it is.
triple Mind Blast.
That's pretty insane. Burn Priest, ladies and gentlemen, taking this game in a very fashionable way.
Burn Priest.
Triple Mind Blast for the win. That'll do ya. So, making this series against the Grizzlies, Peltire, and
1-1.
Earthroot Gaming's Millionaire 1-2-1. Interesting. So it's gonna. Is it another game that's gonna go to the full five games?
We'll see. It could be another interesting set.
There's not a lot of aggressive deck here. This may be a very long 5 game matchup here. So,
We're having fun though.
oh yeah,
Watching some Hearthstone.
watching some
It's always,
Hearthstone. Speaking about great things, so Peltire here. Do you go for the combo priest or do you go for the Murloc? I think you go most of the time. I think you go for the most aggressive deck in this kind of situation.
I think so. You want to give it as many chances
Yeah.
to draw a really aggressive
Exactly.
draw.
The crazy hand, yeah.
And yeah, that's what we see here. The Murloc and the Jade Druid. I think this will be a good matchup for the Murloc deck if he gets a good draw. If
Yeah.
his draw stumbles with swipes, branching paths gain 12,
Yeah.
we can see Druid really run away with the game.
Let's not forget that Millionaire is also running an Ugly Crab, so if can find it early, it's just. Oh my goodness! And he does.
Commentator, not curse,
That's
blessing.
Yeah, I'm just blessing him.
Commentator blessing.
Wow, that's
That-
such a good card in this matchup. This card sucks so much against any other deck, but
Oh,
in
it's
this
terrible.
matchup, so good.
On turn 1, when
Oh.
you have to commit to
My
honestly, that just
God.
wins the game.
And he also gets the Ice Swamp Fools. I mean, this guy is taking 2 cards against like exactly this matchup, and he gets both.
Well, the Swamp Ooze is fine.
Well, it's the most versatile tech card in the meta, but
It's fine against the Control Warlock, get the Skull, Burn Mage, get the Aluneth. But look at this. Peletire's
print screen
eyebrows.
this. Oh yeah, that feels
Eyebrow
bad.
raised. What?
Oh. Come on, I would like to say good concede here. Oh. No. So yeah, 1 mana, 3/4, destroy your opponent creatures. I heard
And
that's
kill your
pretty
and kill your next and
that's
kill your 1-drop
so
or 2-drop.
good.
Boom. Crabia. Who's hungry?
Hungry for some crabs. It's crab season, I think.
Crab season? Well, he's hungry for Murlocs.
Oh yeah. So here, that's a 4/4. Okay, that's gonna contest the 3/4. Yeah, sure, but I think we're gonna see the Queen swipe here. Just too good to pass on it. Yep. Yeah. So, well, seeing the swipe is actually not such a bad news for Peltire.
he kind of made
yeah.
an interesting.
He could have gone just for hero power and with using the crab, but because now it opens the door for a pretty good call to arms.
Yeah, Peltire's a bit confused why he played the swipe,
Yeah.
but no.
So there's a pretty good line of play here for Peltire. Next turn is gonna be the Valfine Inquisitor with the Gentle Megazord, followed by next turn Sunkeeper Terran. It's gonna be pretty interesting.
Not getting a Regis Protector off of this call to arms was a big deal because now he's losing 2 minions, and this Vile
that's a very
Spine
good point.
is losing a lot of value, or the Megasaur.
Well, it's gonna get some still. I think he goes for it. Still, by far the best play. Well, no, since he drew the weapon, maybe he can just deny the 3/3. The crab that kept killing Murloc.
Yeah, so I think you maybe
go
want a
for the-
Rallying Blade just because you clear the minion, and it gives your Tarim 2 clean minions on the board,
Yeah.
but +3 health was good just because now he can't really kill anything. And this Jade Behemoth makes a 1/1. Spreading Plague will make 2 1/5s. Like, maybe you want a spreading play just because you get the Arcane Tyrant, which is really good tempo.
So yeah. So Millionaire is making the best out of his spreading play.
Yeah. Gets 3 guys. I think that's
the taunt. That's the dude one.
That's not the taunt one.
No, we know
We
that.
know
we
it-
know that one.
We know that one. That one we're not confusing. Is that the dude one? Yeah, it's the dude one.
Yep.
Champions Mall.
Yeah, gonna develop this one. Clearly the best for following Sunkeeper Terrim.
Now it's just how many minion can he keep on board for next turn?
It's gonna be pretty hard. For Millionaire has to use his 0 power to deny some creature here, and that's pretty slow.
It does let you Fandral and
Yeah.
Jade Idol, which honestly shuffling 3 Jade Idols is not terrible.
Well, does he? I don't think he want to draw any Jade Idol at this point. Jade Idol are a liability at this point. Well, it depends. I can't. At what point?
Is he playing Gadgetzan? He's not.
No, he's
so
not in this version.
yeah.
He's playing the mid-ziff though, which is interesting. We don't see this always.
Medivh and Jade Idol, not the greatest of combos, but
So
Yes.
yeah, gonna start the Jade. Yeah, so he decides just to roll the Jade as a 1/1. Not he doesn't want to draw any. The Fendrel is gonna be really insane with things like Nourish pretty much in this matchup.
yeah. So I don't even think you could play Tarim here, just because you're really buffing their
Yep.
minions more than you're buffing yours.
Well, yeah, most of them. He was maybe hoping for a good juggle here.
I mean, this juggle was good, just because it lets
Yeah.
the 1/1. I think that might have been the best juggle,
Yep.
or close to it.
Ooh, branching pad.
But now, like, the Druid cards are just so, like,
At this point,
swingy.
yeah, Millionaire has a lot of way to mitigate the damage. Tank up, actually. 4 damage, gain 12 armor. That sounds pretty awesome. I guess
I like that.
it sounds pretty much lots of value. So yeah, Millionaire is gonna deny all the creature possible for Peltier, leaving him with F1-4. Not the best when you want to go for a Tarim and your opponent's benefits it the most.
So the difference in this Murloc Pally game versus against the Mage deck was that Divine Favor drew him like 8
Yeah,
cards.
yeah.
This game, a Millionaire only has 2 cards in his hand,
Yep.
and he's still winning on board.
That's a very good point. Divine Favor really won't do much.
That's not a...
Innervate won't do much either. He can draw cards maybe here and
Yeah.
use that Innervate to...
But like the Paladin comeback potential against Druid is...
drawing 2 cards because...
And there it is, the
Oh.
Ultimate Infestation. So I guess before he plays Ultimate Infestation, Divine Favor is worse, but then after he plays it, it will be good. I mean, he has to draw it, but still, like getting a 5/5 is great. 5/5, 5 armor, 5 cards.
So
Does it all.
I hope for Peltier he draws a Gentle Megazord here. Pretty much the only cards he can hope.
Okay, so why did he play the Inner Fire?
Yeah, that's...
Because you gotta put it next turn.
Yeah, that's surprising. Blessing of King.
Yeah, you Blessing, you Rallying Blade, and you hit the face.
You hit the only place you can go. Ooh, yeah,
No?
denying the Fendrel is not such a bad option, but it puts your Murloc at 4 health.
I think you just have to face there. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like, please don't kill this, but
Yeah, it's gonna
I think
die.
he was gonna trade anyway. So,
Ooh, and Marlon.
oh, so that was actually a good heads-up play because if he had Fandral in play now, getting 2 taunts and 2 poisonous is likely the game. But
Yeah.
honestly, just the Ultimate Infestation on the 7/4 is gonna be.
Yeah, it's gonna do the same. Pretty gut wrenching here. So yeah, Peltier knew it. It was a good gamble though. If he didn't have it, it was pretty much close to game over.
Yeah, but this is, I believe,
that's-
with the Malfurion, gonna be too much to
that's
deal
terrible.
with.
Yeah, just silence the 5/5. I mean, what best can you do? So yeah,
So now we needed Divine Favor, and at this
Yeah.
point, he probably has 1 more turn to draw it. And after having Malfurion and Branching Paths to gain 12 life,
oh yeah.
it's going to be over.
Even if he draws it, I think it's game over. Millionaire has a lot of way to stabilize the second Spreading Plague also. I mean, yeah, just Malfurion Pestilent here is pretty big and hard to beat. You go for a Naturalize also just to make sure. But
You probably don't have to.
Just gonna develop, I think, another Jade here, or maybe
think you
getting
heal.
some armor.
Yeah. Or attack.
Yeah, attack sounds good here. Deny the 3-3 or the 1-1. Yeah, the 3-3 sounds better. Yeah. Because, yeah, when the opponent is out of cards with only a 1-1 Murloc on the board, won't do much. So, yeah, no. Another
Spellbreaker.
double Spellbreaker in a row won't do it. So, a Millionaire. 2-1 for a Millionaire.
Bringing it back.
So, only thing left is, if I'm not mistaken, the Control Warlock.
That's true. He has to win only
Which
one game
is
with Control Warlock.
Considered one of the best deck in the meta, but this is any ordinary neighborhood friendly Control Warlock. This is a Control Warlock with Skull of the Manary and
The Cabal Traffickers.
which is not a deck you see every day. It's gonna be interesting. So
we did see him lose with it before,
yeah.
but he only has to win one more, and he's playing up against the Priest.
So this is an interesting matchup.
So we see no Spellbreaker for the Warlock. He does have an Iron Beak Owl.
Yeah, the Iron Beak Owl is going to be very important in this matchup. Maybe set up also at the same time a good D-file.
So there's a 2-drop, and it's good against Priest. Can you tell me what it is?
A 2-drop good against Priest?
Yes.
Doomsayer?
Yes.
But I was saying that Doomsayer may be the end of a Millionaire in this matchup.
In this matchup, maybe.
Yeah, he plays a Doomsayer thinking he's safe, but yeah, suddenly I steal a Doomsayer, double, kill you.
Yeah, so it could be good against Priest,
Yeah.
or it
could
could
be
actually
terrible.
be the
Yeah.
worst nightmare.
We'll
So
see. It's going to be really
be-
interesting. Millionaire has to be very careful in this kind of matchup.
Happy New Year, guys.
Yeah, I can't wait for the Happy New Year emotes to go away. I love my good old passive-aggressive hello and things like that.
your soul shall suffer.
So yeah, just going strong right off the bat with a Radiant Elemental. Ooh, there's just two part of the combo, only missing an Inner Fire here.
Yeah, if he draws it. Oh, there's the Doomsayer.
Doomsayer might be very interesting here.
Yeah, so
Doomsayer is weak. Good to know. Doomsayer is very weak to Craze Alchemist. Just make a 7-0. Just don't stick often on the boards.
So this is going to be a really big turn because the Doomsayer is going to come down. If Inner Fire is drawn, I'm pretty sure that's going to be the game.
Yeah,
because
well, Piltair can draw Inner Fire. He can draw...
Crazed Ultimate.
and he can draw Shadow Visions.
He gets the Crazed Alchemist.
Is it?
That's a big draw.
So that's 10, so that's 20. Oh, he's 4 damage short.
You have to kill the Doomsayer. You have no choice. But, or I mean, you could just make it 20-20, kill the Doomsayer.
Yeah, and will he survive? So I think that's...
I think that's his best play.
Yeah.
Oh no, he can't. I mean, it would be a 10-10 because he can't play both Divine Spirits.
Oh, that's right.
So you make it 10-10. Is a 10-10 good enough though?
No, I don't think so. I think he... Yeah, that's a good... Oh, he's just passing.
Really?
Ooh.
Very interesting lines here by
Yeah.
Peltire. I don't know if this is going to work out for him, but we'll see. Losing is 2-5. That also shrunk or lessened the mana cost
Yeah.
of the Divine Spirits.
So that's interesting from Piltair, taking some time. Going on the... He's going to take his time.
He drew his Bookworms, which is good against the Void Lords, but
Yeah.
it's kind of stuck in his hand now, and it's ruining his burst potential.
Yeah, is it gonna be another classic Peltier pass? There's no play here.
You could just play the 2-4 just to have it in board.
Will you? He knows his opponent's playing the Cabal Draw, and Peltier is not happy about it. He knows he was so close. And there's really no good play here, really.
I think you probably just play the 2-4 just to get out of your hand.
Do you want to keep it? Maybe I think you keep it for the Cabal Trafficker. I mean,
That's true.
it really is interesting because it's also a great potential for burst. Just putting a creature to 2 health, to 2 attack, stealing it, buffing it, killing your opponent. Because right now, I think Peltier is very aware that he's racing against a
Yeah.
Skulking Geist. Skull King guy's gonna come up. Well, hopefully coming up for a millionaire pretty soon. But yeah, also a turn 5 Skull is always bad, and we see Peltair not happy about it.
Do you like the skull here, or just getting the Locky down
I
to
think
get
the
a Void Lord?
Skull is nice, just putting fear into your opponent's mind.
Oh, and
Stealing the Cabal traffic. I think Dark Reaper is there.
I mean, at least he knows that Millionaire doesn't have the owl in his
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Nope.
No demon.
Oh, there it is.
So
Turn
yeah,
too late.
the Void Lords are gonna. Well, Void Lord is also very good for Peltair, because that's one minion you can hope to steal, and just make very big.
So something does die to Bookworm. Void Lord. Bookworm, not a card you see very often. I think it's rotating too.
Yeah, Bookworm from party from the Karazhan expansion.
Yeah.
This expansion has been in the meta for so long when you think about it. So yeah, I don't know what Emilionaire's thinking about really here. Maybe he's thinking about the Hellfire just to deal with the Dragon Imperative. Well, I'd say, yeah, maybe that. At this point, don't want to take any risk. One way Peltair can just still out this game is just let us for 5-6 on the board. Don't deal with it. Just ignore it, and suddenly it's at 26-26. That hits you right in the dome.
I don't know if I love the tap. You already have what you need.
Yeah, but Greed is good.
Is Greed good?
Maybe he was trying to find the Spellstone here, just so he can get a trigger on it. So here, for Peltair, what kind of minion do you want to develop the most? Another Dragon Imperative, of course. I
That
mean,
one.
Ooh, Rin. That's one way you win the matchup, but there won't be any. He won't burn the Nazat, he won't burn the Blood River Gul'dan, which is one of the
Two big.
they're the biggest cards
yeah.
that you want to see gone. Then don't want to deal with it.
So do you try to Rin and honestly, I think you just need that alternate way to win right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if his original plan is gonna work.
Maybe still.
Oh, but you know what you could do? I think he wanted to keep the Acolyte because he could Acolyte the Void Lord, potion
Yeah, that's
it, double Divine Spirit.
Exactly.
Then
That's what I'm going to
try
say.
to kill it.
That's why I was going to. That's what I was saying earlier. That Peltair was pretty happy that when he's gonna see the Void Lord hit the board, he knows that's one way for him to win the game, but doesn't have any potion right now.
He takes Defile, doesn't take Ren.
Interesting. Some way to deal with a lot of Void Walker, maybe.
I don't know. We'll see
And
how
he took the Iron Big Hall, which is good with Defile. So he's building his own Defile combo.
It looks like yeah, Peltair is trying to play the Defile game more than the Millionaire.
Yep. Interesting. So we're gonna see. Ooh.
Soon we're gonna see Super Defiles with Lord Godfrey.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be.
It's gonna be.
We have to talk about how Warlock is going stupid crazy. I mean, it's getting better. How can it be? He's
Yeah.
with the rotation, the only thing he's losing is pretty much Nazat and the Mistress of Mixtures.
It's not even Warlock cards.
And it's getting two insane legendary cards. Well, one we know for sure it's insane, Lord Godfrey, but the other looks pretty nice also. Giving eco to a lot of all your minions. Playing 5 Nonparedo in one turn. That looks dirty as hell.
Ooh, that twisting nether is actually very important here.
Yeah, pretty good. Top deck also the best.
You don't want to leave any minion with 10.
I mean, how dirty it is.
10
The
toughness.
perfect answer Emilionaire did it exactly on turn 8 and on the top deck.
I mean, Siphon Soul would have done the same thing. He had live draws there.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, again, he got an answer. He's got 3 1/3s now. Are we gonna see Norzdaru? He's smiling.
He's tempted.
Ysera might just be better because of Dream.
Yeah, maybe Bookworm for tempo.
He already has a Bookworm. I think
that's true.
maybe he just tries to meme him. Try to get on Trollden.
Trying real hard.
He's
So
like-
yeah, Peltair is very. He didn't go.
He gave us an expression. He's like, I should take this for the memes, but he
Yeah,
took the
that
Ysera.
means were really tempting here, but yeah, he's trying to win this, I think. Oh, Rin, coming a bit late to the party, but can still be relevant. Because yeah, not only it's a good win con by our home, but it's another taunt on the board right now, which is very important for our Millionaire. Because having only one taunt on the board is very dangerous because your first opponent just steals it and kills you with it. But when you have like three, like right now,
Yeah, it's
And
very. It's the burst potential is way.
yep, it's more complicated. So there's the first. So the first seal for Rin, like remember everyone, the first seal will drop at 2/2 demons for you, giving you the second seal. The second seal will drop at 3/3 demons, going up all the way to 6. And once the 6 demon gives you the final seal, no, the final seal is the 6/6 will give you the
Azari.
big boy Azari 10/10 demons that pretty much the best battle cry in the game. Just destroy your opponent decks. That's a pretty strong card, I'd say.
Yeah, with Brand too, you know,
Oh,
you could destroy the deck.
double.
Double destroy the deck.
I destroy your deck this turn and the next game too. Imagine just stacking, destroying decks for 2 games. That's value. So for the noobs at home and the noobs in the studio asking for some guidance. So Peltire.
Oh, I'm surprised
Painfully.
he didn't play the.
Ooh,
Ysera.
Potion of Madness. Ooh, he's going for Inner Fire.
I think he just has to have a way of
Yeah,
flipping
yeah.
right now, and eventually clear the way.
He has a lot of options in his hand. With 10 mana, it's getting tricky for both players here. I mean, I can make lots of mistakes. It's going to be real important, but Blood River Gul'dan and Nazat are going to be huge plays.
That Void Lord might actually be like worse for a millionaire than
Yeah,
it looks.
exactly.
But the Blood Reaver,
It's
is-
worse until it dies. When it dies, it becomes real useful. I think he won't have the choice to play him next turn unless he kills Rin in some kind of way or get some other demons with Cabal Trafficker.
I think you just Blood Reaver. You already have one Void Lord that died. Through you can trade the
Yeah,
Void Walker just to get another one.
and the earlier you get Blood River Gul'dan, the better it is most of the time in kind of slower matchups, and it's gonna help him deal with Peltire minions.
He might get greedy here and just. Did you just play the Void Lord? Did you play a Cabal Trafficker?
Oh,
Yeah, he just plays the
He
Void
goes for
Lord.
the Void Lord. So Peltire is getting close. He looks happy about it. Ooh,
Powered Shield.
Power Shield can fan. Does he have
I
a
think he has.
potion? It doesn't have any potion right now.
No.
Oh, but yeah, I keep forgetting about the Iron Beak Owl. Iron Beak Owl is huge.
So I think you go for the redraw for the potion because I think it's. He may not have enough mana for this turn though. If he may need full mana next turn.
Iron Beak Owl.
Or wait,
Does he
I think
have
we-
it? Oh, he does have it. Yeah.
did we just miss this?
Yeah.
I think we just missed this.
Did.
He-
I was looking for the potion play,
Yeah.
but he had it all along.
wow.
Oh, sneaky Peltire.
Peltire's stealing this game.
Making me look like a fool once again.
I think he just had to play the Blood Reaver Gul'dan that turn. And,
yeah,
and
that's a good point.
get the Void
The
Lord,
Void
get
Wa-
3 Void Walkers.
Yeah, the Void Walker here was
Wow.
the real important thing. You needed, like we said, you need more than one taunt. And like we said, just silence is just gonna pass right away. There's no
Wow,
taunt.
crazy game there for
Yeah,
Peltire. Brings
very
it
good
to
game
game
here.
5.
Yeah,
Another
so
game 5 set.
and I asked him, please, no game 5. At least make it short. Oh no. Peltire decided to give us great games, so I cannot be too mad at him.
We'll take a game 5.
Yep. So it's gonna be very interesting here. So it's gonna be the Murloc. So the Murlocs are pretty good when you snowball, when you get those crazy starts, when you get those Divine Favor to refuel in mid game. But if you don't, against a Warlock, it's a very complicated game. Defile is so good against those kind of deck. Hellfire, 2 Twisting Nether, enough to talk about the Void Lord on turn 5 or turn 6. So okay,
Double Mistress.
that's pretty good.
That is going to be
There's
very
no
important. in this
AOE
game.
though, but the Iron Beak Owl is pretty relevant also. Seeing there's a blessing of kings, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Grimscale Chum, not the best at the moment. Just gonna get.
Look at Hearthstone. Just laying your hand out. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's beautiful sometimes.
It's such a good game.
Oh, this is the first Spellstone that we see drawn
Yep.
in so many Warlock games.
Such a good card. I mean, this is the card that put the control Warlock on map pretty much. Well, not the only. I mean, some will say that Void Lord on third farm is pretty strong. Yeah, I will agree with them. So I think you go for the Knife Juggler without any question here.
Knife Juggler. Yeah, just hit face. You could trade there, honestly, just because.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't win face there. Yeah, I will took the trade just because. I mean, oh, he's happy about it. Oh, because he wanted to protect their Grimskull Chum. Oh, you tricky Peltire.
Oh, and this actually lines up very well because if he
Yep.
goes for the Doomsayer next turn,
He
the
kills it.
Blessing,
Yep.
but then he's got the Ironbeak Owl for backup. So a few layers here.
Yeah.
It looks like Emilionair's going to come out ahead on this trades. He could even play the Mistress.
Yeah, which he will. Yeah, the Earth Calls have very good protection here.
Is there any world where you play the weapon instead of the? I think you just have to Blessing. And
Yeah, Blessing is just
it's too
greater
good.
here.
And he's going to line right up with the Ironbeak Owl.
Yeah. And he's probably gonna. He didn't took the trade the first time. Does he take it the second
I
time?
think you take it
Yeah.
this time because
Because the first time was to protect his Grimskull Chum, actually. So
it's like, look at this. If he didn't have
Ironbeak Owl,
exactly
Pow. That hurts. Well, yeah. There's this. Ooh, Divine Favor is going to be pretty awesome here, but not this turn.
Yeah, Divine Favor is usually very good against Warlock
yeah.
specifically because, again, they thrive of having a lot of cards in their hand and higher
That's what you do.
higher removal cards like Twisting Nether, Siphon, 10 mana cards. So
And yeah, no defile neither. No defile nor
Hellfire. Oh.
Hellfire, exactly. Oh, so-
Commentator Blessing again. You're on a roll.
I'm so sorry.
You're on fire here.
Oh my god.
You have to wish for he doesn't have Blood Reaver Gul'dan or
Oh yeah, so he's gonna draw Lackey next turn. and,
look how unfortunate this is for Pelletire.
yeah,
The top deck
losing
Defile.
and just 4 cards in his hands. Not the greatest Divine Favor here.
Yeah, so yeah, War Leader.
Yeah,
You can get the Rallying
you
Blade
draw
down.
2 cards. That's so sad. In this matchup, you want to draw like 5 cards.
Okay.
So it's gonna be.
Oh. That's making 2 minions.
That's a good. Oh,
Ooh,
so
those
two,
are-
2 great cards.
The second Defile.
Oh my jeez.
You
So
said he
the-
didn't have any.
Yeah,
He's
I
got
mean,
some now.
He's close to none of.
Oh, a
Ooh.
Doomguard.
Still, but no skull here. So Doomguard sucks hard here because you don't want to discard your control cards.
Oh, but this Defile. I mean, he does have to. So
Yeah.
if he makes the 2 minions here, this is actually going to be
Yeah.
tough
Yeah.
for him. But if he doesn't, I think he's in a good spot.
Yeah, he doesn't have to. Just it's just an unnecessary risk at this point. And the other weapon looks better.
Do you want to trade here?
No, I think you go face. With
Just
the
Rallying Blade face?
Yeah, Rallying Blade, go face.
No,
Ooh.
looks like he's trading.
Ooh, Pelletire trading with Murlocs against Warlock. That's interesting. You don't see that every day. So now-
but the 2-1.
yeah, the 2-1 will the trigger that they filed for him.
Look at these draws.
Pretty good.
He drew there to try to find Hellfire just because it's an
That's-
easier clear.
I
but
feel so bad. I mean, Emilionaire Drive finding a lot of good cards on his top decks, which is how you play Hearthstone.
that is, you draw a card a turn.
Yeah,
You
oh
hope
yeah.
it's good.
Oh yeah, most of the time it is.
Yeah, so we're going to see probably a
Yeah.
hit with the Rallying Blade, making 2 guys, and then... Or we could see the Megasaur. Megasaur is also...
Yeah, Megas are gonna hit the board. It's the most pressure you can find. Oof. Yeah, maybe I think he was going for the poisonous, but yeah, he needs the minion on the boards more than killing big dudes. But
Case of the Twisting Nether in Emilionaire's hand.
yeah, which card here do you play? Do you go for a Twisting Nether? I'm not sure. I think you
honest-
keep it for a Sunkeeper Tarim.
Either way, this is going to line up really poorly for Emilionaire because if he plays the Rin, the Sunkeeper is going to
Yeah.
make 2 1/1s and play Sunkeeper, and if he nethers, he can still play 2 1/1s and Sunkeeper. So, I think the
You
Rin
go for
is.
mid-ziv here? Ooh, a very ballsy
Oh,
play
but it
here.
hits the Nether and the Void Lord.
That's very big.
That's that's kind of a risky play.
Yeah, very risky play. So do you trade? You tried both Murlocs here, go then Sunkeeper Tarim.
I think you just want to play 2 dudes, the Regis Protector, and just tear him. Oh no, you can't do everything. No, I think you.
If you kill the 2 Murlocs, you gain 4 1/1s. That becomes 3/3s.
I think you just play the weapon, attack the 5/2, make 2 1/1s, tear him, attack for 6.
So you keep the sticky minions.
Yeah, you keep them
okay.
both alive.
Yeah, there's a lot of great options here.
He's going for the full Tarim play. See, I liked using the weapon. Oh, he's not even playing Tarim.
You're gonna keep it for 1 turn. Pushing.
Very interesting. This
Yeah.
is
Well,
the high roll play.
yeah.
This is the if you don't have Tarim, or if you don't have Hellfire or
Well,
second Nether.
I think he went for this place, seeing Millionaire discarding his Twisting Nether.
So now what do you do? Do you tap? Do you?
That's a weird turn of events from Millionaire. I don't know why Millionaire went for the Doom Guard. He didn't have any great play, but the Doom Guard was by far the worst, I'd
It was
say.
very risky.
Yeah.
And it unfortunately took 2 of his best cards in the spot. Probably his 2 best cards, actually.
The best cards for him to try. Because he was 1 turn away from just playing the Void Lord. He was scared of the Spellbreaker and such, but still.
Yeah, I think it was. And then Peltar went for the risky line here, but with 2 Defiles gone, and he would have Hellfired without the Defiles, it's very clear that he didn't have any more AoE, and the Nether's gone. So this is 17 damage.
We're getting very close to lethal here.
I think there's one place that you have to go.
Why would you trade with the 3/3 of your opponent here?
No reason. Yep. Yeah, that looked like a trade, but
Yeah, that was a trade too.
yeah.
So yeah, if he was going to take a trade, it was probably with the Death Rattle minions.
I
but-
think you hit face here because you have one Vine. He has 1 Vine Cleaver in his
Yep.
deck,
Exactly.
and another
Ooh,
Rallying Blade.
Cloud Worms. Just for the taunt?
Interesting.
Yeah, very much. Oh, maybe he's trying to thin his deck to find a Fine Cleaver. Which is, yeah, I mean, that's something.
Oh, and these traffickers are kind of biting a millionaire right
Yeah.
now.
Well, he can...
Nazoth?
Nazoth won't do much, I think. He can gain some health here, but won't do much either.
I think he has to Nazoth, because he will get a Void Lord and 2 Mistresses, so he's not actually dead. Oh, but there's no
Yes,
Void Lord.
there's
It
no
got
Void Lord, yeah.
discarded. Oh, so yeah, that's
Wow,
that's
well
the
played.
set.
So this was a very interesting, interesting games here. Did we saw our first misplay of the evening? Hey, Millionaire, what have you
It's
done,
very
man?
possible, honestly. A millionaire
That Doom Guard though.
with Nether and Void Lord, when you know that they don't have a silence.
That was something else. I mean, Peltar feels pretty good about himself, I'm pretty sure, but he'll take every misplay his opponent makes.
For sure.
He's gonna feel pretty happy because he has a bit complex against a millionaire, but not both players square are even. Both players look the same. So hey guys, it's over. Sadly.
Those were pretty good games. The combo priest, the lethal that we couldn't see. That's why we're not playing. We're watching, right?
Yeah. Sadly. Yeah, those were very great games. So two games went to 5 games. I mean,
Both sets, yeah.
lots of Hearthstone tonight. So great games, great players. So congratulations to Peltar taking this one. It's not over the Millionaire. Millionaire is gonna be there next season. Peltar also, it's not over for a Millionaire.
Right.
He's gonna get his revenge. Maybe top 8 this season.
Ooh.
Top 8, the Millionaire getting his revenge against Peltar. I'm calling this.
Are you?
The caster curse. I mean, I'm pretty good at it. So we're gonna close this show right up, guys. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Don't forget, Peltar is streaming right after this stream. So if you want to see him on this winner wave, go see him on the same channel. So everyone joining us for the evening, thank you very much. Thank you, my friend, for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun.
It's been a real great pleasure. So everyone, we'll see you on the next week. Have a great one.